Pass rolling to his right. They throw it. The in route to Tanner. Steck makes the catch. Steck dives for the pylon. Touchdown!
Up by the Nuggets and an attack. That'll go for a kill from Anasteer.
Lamar looks for a block, makes a man miss at the 5. End zone touchdown. Swirls. Sets up middle. Jensen for the exclamation point kill.
30, the 20, the 15, the 10, and an 85-yard touchdown run for Landon Olsen.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, and a pleasant good evening. Welcome to the Johnson Sports Complex in Ada for high school football on 106.5 FM KRJB and yourliveevent.com. It is homecoming night for the Ada-Borup-West Cougars as they welcome the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders to town in a matchup of black, red, and white. We're looking forward to a high school football contest between these two. The Ada-Borup-West Cougars coming in ranked number 10 in Class A football this week again from the AP polls. A 3-1 record on the season. The Lake Park-Audubon Raiders 2-2 on the season, fresh off a victory over Red Lake last week. The Raiders and the Cougars just 1 year ago played to start the football season here at Johnson Sports Complex. It was an overtime thriller that the Cougars came out on top 17-14. Tonight, homecoming night for Ada-Borup-West. It's also recognition of the Hall of Fame as well here this evening. And we're actually going to have homecoming coronation here in the next couple of minutes right in front of the football field. We've got Ada-Borup-West and Lake Park-Audubon. And our pregame show is brought to you by Bitger Inc. Bitger Inc. 218-456-7467. Fall into savings at Bitger Inc. We're going to have a chance to chat with the pregame coaches' comments. So we'll hear from P.J. Peterson, head coach of the Raiders. We'll hear from Paul Tingham of the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. My name is Kevin Kochman. I'm up in the booth along with Brielle Engelstead running the camera tonight on yourliveevent.com. Down on the field, Spencer Ribke is there again this evening, and Kaylin back in the studios of KRJB in Ada. It is a coverage of Ada-Borup-West and Lake Park-Audubon. High school football on a Friday with R&J Sports.
John Wayne and Marissa at the Ben & Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead take this time to wish all farm families and farm workers throughout the area a safe and successful harvest. Keep safety in mind when you're out on and around the tractors and trucks and other machinery in the fields and around the farm this harvest season. Don't cut corners when it comes to safety. It could cost a life. John Wayne and Marissa at Ben & Hoagland Agency thank you for your business, and they remind you if you have any questions about crop insurance, call or stop and visit with them. The Ben & Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead. The Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead provide great places for seniors to live. They emphasize choices, independence, and provide services as directed by residents. They're also great places to work, where employees find not only a job, but also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Christian Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. christianmotors.com, christiancarsonline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
Ada Building Center LLC welcomes you to discuss your plans and ideas for your new farm buildings, homes, garages, storage sheds, or other buildings you want at the lake, on the farm, or in town. Floor to ceiling, walls to roof, Ada Building Center LLC will assist in making your construction plans, providing quality project materials and free delivery to your job site. For updates and repairs, they have all the doors, windows, cabinets, and supplies you need. Ada Building Center LLC, 218-784-3661, Highway 200 East edge of Ada.
Back here on the Bitker Inc. pregame show on KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com. Bitker Inc. fall into savings on vehicle and farm implement tires this month. Bitker Inc. 218-456-7467. To the field where our pregame show coaches' comments are getting underway. Gary Balsam, Georgetown Farmers Elevator with our pregame coaches' comments. Welcome to call in and stop in, discuss how they can help you on your farm. The Georgetown Farmers Elevator, GeorgetownFarmers.com. We'll go down to the field as Spencer Ribke is standing by with the head coach of the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders, PJ Peterson, here for pregame coaches' comments. Spence, down to you and Coach PJ.
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I'm here with Coach PJ. And Coach, these two teams played back in August last year. It was a dogfight. Similar records this year, have not played a common opponent, so it's hard to compare. What are your thoughts coming into tonight?
Ada-Borup's always a well-coached team. They're going to have a great game plan against us, and we're going to try to fight like we did last year. Hopefully we've gotten a little bit better since the last time we met. We always expect a fight from these guys, and we're just going to play our brand of football tonight.
Yeah, Coach, and so it's a little over the halfway point, maybe exactly the halfway point on the season. It's that time of year where maybe some injuries and stuff come up. How's the health of the team? Everyone good to go?
So far, we've been pretty healthy on the injury side of things. We've had some colds go through the school a little bit and had some unhealthiness, but for the most part, we've been really healthy this season, so hopefully that continues here tonight.
Awesome. And then when you're going through the game plan with your guys, is there just a key that you're kind of trying to focus on tonight, or is there like a focus on that pregame speech to the guys? What are you trying to drive into their minds as they enter the game?
We just execute our game plan. We prepared all week, and we told the guys before the game, focus on us. It's about us, right? We got a game plan to take away some of their good players, but it's about how we play and about Raider football tonight.
Great, Coach. Thanks, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. That is Spencer Ribke down on the sidelines with head coach PJ Peterson of the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders joining us in our pregame show coaches' comments for the Georgetown Farmers Elevator, GeorgetownFarmers.com. And Brielle's going to turn the camera right on homecoming king and queen. The royalty has been crowned. It's Lance Kritzberger, king, and Izzy Markison, queen, for the homecoming class here, 2023. The homecoming court, as you can see them all, the king and queen candidates, and King Lance Kritzberger and Queen Isabel Markison, as that was the crowning here just moments ago. The Bitker Inc. pregame show continues. When we come back, head coach of Ada-Borup-West football, Paul Tingham, will be joined by Spencer Ribke down on the field as we continue on leading into game time. Ada-Borup-West and Lake Park-Audubon High School football on KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halsted, 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
This is Bruce Visser of Visser Grading. Myself, Becky, and Adam wish the Cougars good luck. My family and Visser Grading thank you for allowing us to be maintaining your roads. Thanks for listening to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated from Visser Grading, a proud sponsor of the area schools. Visser Grading says give it your all in the academics, athletics, and the arts. Being involved in your school and its activities promotes teamwork that will guide you towards success. Visser Grading wishes all students the very best in all of their activities.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
This is Kenley Walling, the Activities Director at Ada-Borup-West School. These activities wouldn't be possible without the Booster Club members and businesses who made contributions of money and time to Ada-Borup-West School. The Booster Club supports band, FFA, FCCLA, elementary football, the school library, and much more. Thanks to the Booster Club and their members for their support, and roll Cougs!
Back here on the pregame show from Bitker Inc., the Bitker Inc. pregame show. Fall into savings on vehicle and farm implement tires this month at Bitker Inc. 218-456-7467. Georgetown Farmers Elevator pregame coaches' comments ahead of Ada-Borup-West and Lake Park-Audubon in high school football. Down on the field, Spencer Ribke's got the head coach of Ada-Borup-West football, Paul Tingham.
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I'm here with Coach Tingham, and Coach, these two teams had a battle August 2022 last year. Have not played a common opponent yet this year, so it's hard to compare maybe and stack up, but what are your thoughts on tonight?
Yeah, definitely had a battle last year, went to overtime. We lucky to get out of there with the win last year, so hopefully, that was the first game of the season. This year we've had some film on them, they've had film on us, so, we should be able to hopefully know a little bit more about each other tonight, and, we're going to try to take advantage of things we see. Obviously, they're going to try to take advantage of things they've seen on film, and, we just got to take care of the football. It's always key. It's a huge emphasis for us to, not turn the football over, and, we got to get off the field on third down. Win first down is huge. If we can win first down and win the turnover battle and get off the field on third down, we're going to be fine. But, if we lose first down and, lose the turnover battle and can't get off the field on third down, then we're in trouble. But, they're a good team. No common opponents, like you said, but, they're 2-2, and, they've played a couple really good teams in their losses. So we know they're a quality team, and they got some quality players back off of last year's team. And, it's going to be a battle. And if, I think it's going to come down to, honestly, it's probably going to come down to turnovers. If we can win the turnover battle, we're going to have a really good chance to win the football game.
Yeah, and you talk about the turnover battle. The first 4 games, Cougars have done a relatively good job of winning that turnover battle. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, we have 1 loss, and we did not win the turnover battle that game. So, yeah, so
makes sense.
The turnover margin is we're 3-1. Then the games we won the turnover battle. The game we lost turnover battle 4-3, I think it was. So we lost by 1 and lost by 2 points. So. It's a huge thing when you have teams that are fairly equal. Is that extra possession is huge. You got to take advantage of the opportunities, and in defense and stuff, you got to hopefully create a turnover or two, and take advantage of it. And maybe make a big play on special teams, make a big play on defense, maybe score on one or the other or both would be great. But it's gonna be a battle tonight. Should be a big crowd, homecoming, Hall of Fame going on, and expect a good football game. And I just hope the guys are ready to play tonight. If they're not ready to play, then I'm not sure what's wrong with them, but
Right, yeah. I mean, if you're not fired up for this, what's going on, guys? Coach, last question. It was a battle last week with Polk County West. Was there anything that you're trying to clean up in practice throughout the week that you're going to be looking for today?
Last week was a tough week with, what happened to Brennan. So, no excuses, but the kids were exhausted Friday night. And, we didn't have a lot of energy. We were lucky to get out there with the win. Polk County's a good team, so we're happy to get the W always when we play them because it's a big rivalry game as well. So, hopefully we got a little more energy this week because, not going to lie to you, that was a rough few days there last week with Brennan, not knowing what was going on and hoping he was okay. So, like I said, no excuses, but we got to come out tonight with energy, which we did not come out with last Friday. Last Friday we came out flat. Tonight we got to come out flying. So if that happens, it'll be a big difference.
And good to see him out, not padded up, but out here with the team tonight.
Yeah, definitely. He's doing great. He's been at practice a couple times, and he's doing really well. So everything turned out great for him, and hopefully one day we'll get him back out in the field. But if we don't, he'll get ready for the rest of the sports seasons. And the important thing is he's okay, and he's gonna have no ill effects from what happened to him. So that's what's most important.
All right, thanks, Coach, for the comments, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's Spencer Ribke down in the field with the head coach of Ada-Borup-West football, Paul Tingham. Joining us pregame show, our pregame coaches' comments from the Georgetown Farmers Elevator and Georgetown Agronomy, working with you, the area farmer. We're on the Bitker Inc. pregame show, broadcasting from the Laura Tweeten Thrivent Financial Broadcast booth. Leave a legacy. Plan for the future. Visit with Laura Tweeten, your Thrivent representative, today. The Ada-Borup-West Cougars and the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders about ready to do battle tonight. High school football. It's homecoming night for Ada-Borup-West. A lot of black and red on the field and a lot of crowd piling into the Johnson Sports Complex. We'll have the action for you on KRJB 106.5 FM and yourliveevent.com.
The Ada-Borup-West School is committed to excellence. The Ada-Borup-West School continually looks to offer expanded educational opportunities and experiences to teach and prepare students of various ages for career opportunities. You can learn more of these educational opportunities for your children when you contact the Ada-Borup-West School at 218-784-5300 or visit the school website, ada.k12.mn.us. You're invited and encouraged to be involved at Ada-Borup-West Schools for education, fine arts, and athletics.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
Even in today's world of instant communication and entertainment at the tip of your fingers, we can feel alone, disconnected, and detached. Whether you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health, or just the stress of everyday life, Illuma is here for you, to guide you, to help you find the light within, and instill hope for a brighter tomorrow. The light is in you. Visit illumacares.org.
I've always been more so of a caring person, I'd say. I don't know, the care aspect and being able to make a difference in their life and help them to have as normal of a life as they can. Whenever I provide care for them, I always try and go above and beyond and do you need anything else? Can I help you do this while I'm here? And take care of all these wonderful residents, and it's really nice having such awesome residents here. I would definitely recommend a career at Benedictine of Ada.
Back here on the pregame show from Bitker Inc. 218-456-7467. Farm, vehicle, and implement tires available and falling into savings as we see the fall colors from Bitker Inc. with our pregame show. Well, we're going to talk about other games going on this evening. We've got Ada-Borup-West and Lake Park-Audubon High School football also going on here this evening. Games include Park Rapids at Hawley. That's on yourliveevent.com. Big game just down the road. The Mahnomen-Waban Thunderbirds and the Red Lake County Rebels, both unbeaten. Big section game tonight. That's on yourliveevent.com and on Gold 101.5 KRJM. Foston's at the Northern Freeze. 9-man football on 1480 AM, 99.7 FM KKCQ. Goodrich Griggles at Clearbrook-Gonvick tonight. 96.7 FM KKCQ. North Dakota side, Kindred's at Lisbon. Northern Cass at Thompson. Maple River is hosting Richland. We also have Ellendale Edgeley Culm at Hillsborough Central Valley tonight. And Grand Forks Central and West Fargo Horace is a matchup also going on here this evening. YourLiveEvent.com. Full slate of action. We've got Ada-Borup-West, Lake Park-Audubon right here tonight. And the Cougars 3-1, Raiders 2-2. Cougars come in averaging 22 points per game, just a little bit more than 22 points per game. Raiders just a little bit above that, but Lake Park-Audubon's average per game skewed just a little bit last week in their 73-0 victory over the Red Lake Warriors. 32 point per game average for the Raiders. Raiders going to pound it. They're going to run double wings and two tight ends, and they're going to play hardcore smash-mouth football. They can get through the air a little bit, but the double tight ends are set. For the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, they're going to have one back in the backfield. They're going to have 4 wide receivers or 3 in one wing. They're going to be athletic and get up and down the field. Cougars, interestingly, statistical-wise, as I know Spencer down on the sidelines loves a good stat, but he's also got Grandpa Chuck down there and Asher just kicking it in the pregame show. You love a good stat, Spence.
Are you about to hit me with a stat?
You love a good stat. Ada-Borup-West offensively has scored 7 touchdowns through the air, and they've scored 7 touchdowns on the ground.
Wow.
That's a good stat.
Is it a deceiving stat, though?
That's, to me, a very deceiving stat.
Yes.
To me, a very deceiving stat because you see what they've done the last couple of weeks through the air, and you think that might be just about it. But nope, 7-7. How it's worked out. They running scores, most of them came in their outing in Bagley. So look forward to the matchup, though, tonight between these two teams. It should be a little bit of smash mouth. I got to think physicality-wise, we should be in for a good one tonight. So we're going to see how it all shakes loose out on the field with Ada-Borup-West and Lake Park-Audubon. We'll talk keys to the game coming up. We'll get to the field conditions as well. And then we're going to have the starting lineups and opening kickoff. Ada-Borup-West, Lake Park-Audubon High School football on KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together on an investment strategy for long-term results. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Start by giving me a call at 701-893-5648. I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. how well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Kyle Larson here for Franson Bank and Trust. We are a Farmer Mac approved lender that can offer operating lines of credit, land, equipment, and facility financing. Our lending experts understand the farm economy and climate in and around the Ada area. With a fast underwriting process and local decision making, you can save time on all farming and ag-related inquiries. Contact our Ada office today to learn more. Franson Bank and Trust, real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Back here on the Bitker Inc. pregame show on KRJB Radio, 106.5 FM, and yourliveevent.com, gearing up for this football contest between the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders and the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. And our field condition report from D&D Mowing. That's right, Dave Dahl, D&D Mowing. He can keep your lawn in good condition. 218-556-2116. And I think we can't just say good condition. We got to say great condition. That's what you want with Dave Dahl, D&D Mowing. Of course, whether it's big or small, just remember, call Dave Dahl, D&D Mowing, 218-556-2116. How's the field looking right now, Spence? Because from above, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know. I was wondering if you're just going to pass Dave a microphone up there.
No, we don't give Dave a microphone.
Yeah, we don't do that.
No, there's FCC rules and regulations we must follow.
It's actually really nice out here, Kevin. Little breeze out of the north. I don't think it's going to affect much. And cool temps. I mean, it's a beautiful fall day. Probably low 60s. It's very nice field conditions. You know, it had rained a lot this morning, but I'm not noticing like the field is wet or anything like that. So great field conditions tonight.
It should be a good night for football. We're looking at a light north breeze and sunshine. Temperature is about 70 degrees, but now we're starting to see the sun go down. So with that, those are field conditions. Let's talk the colors of the game presented by McCollum's Hardware Ada. With the most advanced paint mixing and matching technology in the area, McCollum's Hardware's knowledgeable staff ready to help you with all of your painting projects this, of course, fall and winter. When you're stuck inside, you can look at all those walls. You want to change things up? Let's do so. Valspar's Medallion Paint and Primer dries quickly and cleans up easily with just soap and water. Plus, durable, fade-resistant color stays beautiful season after season. Learn more at McCollum Hardware and Ada. Independent retailers for Valspar Paint. Find Medallion Paint and Primer, McCollum Hardware and Ada. The colors, Ada-Borup-West wearing the red jerseys, black pants, black helmets. Raiders with the black helmets, white jerseys, red pants here tonight. And a sharp look out there, Spence. They look good.
I'm a fan of the red shorts. The pants. They really pop. You know.
They do. They kind of pop. It's nice. And they get
sharp
the black
uniforms.
numbers. It is a sharp-looking uniform there for the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders, and of course Ada-Borup-West wearing the home red and black. Well, we talk keys to the game tonight. Spence, what's it going to take for LPA to come and to spoil homecoming against Ada-Borup-West?
I think the battle up front is going to be huge. We saw last week. Kevin, you and I doing the Polk West, Ada-Borup-West game.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Cougars probably lost the battle up front, so that's going to be something to keep our eye on. And like Coach Tinja mentioned, that turnover battle, I love a stat. That's a good stat.
Yep.
3 wins, all from winning the turnover battle, the 1 loss, losing the turnover battle. And I think the Raiders are going to look to probably shut down some of the key players for the Cougars.
Well, we will look forward to the matchup tonight. Ada-Borup-West and Lake Park-Audubon. It's yours on KRJB 106.5 FM and yourliveevent.com. Pre-game show continues with our starting lineups and kickoff coming your way next.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Hillsborough Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsborough Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsborough Dairy.
Lakes Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, and businesses from Lakes Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call Lakes Community Co-op today, 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Lakes Community Co-op, your co-op in your community.
The Bitker Inc. pregame show continues here on KRJB 106.5 FM and yourliveevent.com. The starting lineups are brought to you by Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 Ada. Ziegler Ag Equipment, new trades on the lot, plus new tillage trades, a 30-foot sunflower disc as well. Recent trades and the implement equipment includes a Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 Ada with a newly traded in fall tillage equipment. Talk to Chuck or Neil for pricing on a 35-foot versatile Fury, like new. It's priced right, used only for 6,000 acres. Ada Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9, Ada. Bitker Inc. pregame show with the Ziegler Ag Equipment starting lineups and both teams being announced. The Raiders announced first, and then the Cougars coming out now, as we see on yourliveevent.com. And the Cougars, the defense of Ada-Borup-West is what we'll talk about. Ada-Borup-West defensively up front will be starting on the defensive front. Mason Larson, Austin Dryden, Miles Wambach, Lucas Mertz, and Wyatt Larson. The linebackers, Amos Facino, Jackson Miller, Lance Kritzberger. You've got Casper Kritzberger and Cameron Spaeth, defensive backs, and Austin McCraven, the safety. Ada-Borup-West is coached by Paul Tingham, assisted by Dan Jorgensen, Nate McCraven, Kenley Wallin. For the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders, offensively up front, Tyson Nerdahl is the left tackle, Hayden Crow left guard, Ethan Willett is your center, Wyatt Simon is your right guard, and Jake Nelson is the right tackle. Anton Wickenheiser and Colby Pagel are your tight ends. Drew Harris, Gabe Harris are your running backs. Cale Thompson is the fullback, and Luca Besky is the quarterback for Lake Park-Audubon. The Raiders, coached by P.J. Peterson, Dan Harris, Connor Walslick, also Austin Richter, Jake Peterson, Paul Peterson, Joe Conrad, and David Bakke. Starting lineups from Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Let's get to the opening kickoff here tonight, which is brought to you by Markison Accounting Service. Doug Markison, 218-784-6002 in the Arvig Building in Ada, with experience to help you. Tax prep, accounting, payroll, and, of course, planning for retirement and other tax and accounting services. Markison Accounting. Brielle Engelstead is running the camera for us on yourliveevent.com. Spencer Ribke on the field. My name is Kevin Kochman. Kaylin back in the studios. KRJB, our audio engineer, as well. Let's get the ball in the air and play football. It's homecoming tonight with the fall colors in the backdrop tonight at the Johnson Sports Complex in Ada. The Ada-Borup-West Cougars kick it off. It's Mason Larson's boot, and deep to receive for the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders will be number 12, Chaz Allschmidt, who's going to skid across the 15-20 up to the 22-yard line, where it'll be a first down and 10 for the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders.
Looked like he slipped a little bit there, Kevin, before any contact, trying to just cut it up north, and didn't quite have his feet underneath him.
And the field is north and south this week, Spencer, so it should be right in your wheelhouse when you're deciding, your directions this evening.
Yeah, I'm happy I can say, give that north and south comment a couple times here tonight.
Yeah, and be right on with it. From their own 22, Lake Park-Audubon, 1st down and 10. They're going to come out with a double wing set, and everybody's in tight. This is what Coach talked about last week. Raiders going to double wings. Beskey under center. He's going to turn. He's going to keep. He's going to be spun down in the backfield, brought down by the Ada-Borup-West Cougars defense. Tackle made by the Cougars out in front there that time, Spencer. Tackle made by Wyatt Larson from the backside.
Yep, good pursuit by Wyatt Larson. The Raiders kind of had a little slow motion there, Kevin. It was kind of interesting to see that wing just kind of go in the motion, and quarterback keeper Wyatt wasn't fooled.
1 yard gain for Luca Beskey on 1st down. The Raiders will have it. A 2nd down and 9, ball at the 23-yard line, and the scoreboard work. Eric Smart's dialed in tonight already. It's incredible. The guy he comes to work. It's just a special thing. Brings the lunch pail and goes to work with the scoreboard efforts. You see that from Lakes Community Co-op. Through the air, Beskey goes, and it's picked off! Intercepted on the first possession of the football game. And who else? It's Austin McCraven. He had 3 interceptions last week. Now 6 on the season. He leads the district, and he picks off another pass.
So kind of a little halfback pass attempt there. Too much hang time on the ball. Austin loves to play center field out there. Good to see Austin McCraven get a little animated. He's usually a pretty calm guy. He gave out a little yell there after that one. And like Coach Tinja mentioned, turnover battle is going to be huge tonight.
McCraven with an interception, and Ada-Borup-West has great field position at the LPA 40-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. Ada-Borup-West offensively will come out. McCraven, the quarterback, will have 1 back in the backfield. That's Larson. So the wing to the left and 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. McCraven pitch left side. Larson's going to have it. He's going to be bottled up by the Raider defense, brought down to the 42-yard line. Lake Park-Audubon converging on it that time. Spencer, they were not fooled. Tackle made by a host of Raiders, including Ben Newman in on the stop.
Yeah, 56 Silas Carlson as well in there, and just nowhere to go. The Raiders defense was all over that play.
Our officials tonight, by the way, are here this evening. Referee is Wyan Weiser. Rob Nudell is the umpire tonight. Mike Kolness, you ever heard of that guy before? He's the down judge. Line judge is Jeff Moska, and the back judge, Kobe Pennick. Dare I say, all-star officiating crew tonight.
Yeah, a couple of those names ring a bell there, Kevin.
Absolutely. Got receivers split each way, wing to the right side, sending Cameron Spaeth in motion. He will get the handoff from McCraven. He'll cut it up, get across the 40-yard line, and he's going to be brought down by a host of Raiders. He'll get a couple of yards back to the 38, gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 8 as Cameron Spaeth gains 4. And, one thing to mention, we talked about Brennan Fetting last week out. We mentioned it on the air and shared the story. Had suffered a stroke last Wednesday, a week ago Wednesday. There he was at the high school gymnasium for volleyball homecoming week, a homecoming king candidate, and he's on the sidelines tonight. Spence, just down the way from you. We'll maybe chat with him a little later on.
Absolutely, yeah. He's, like Coach said, he's in good health, and we're happy just to have him healthy.
3rd down and 8. Cougars at the 38-yard line. McCraven turns the lefty, steps up in the pocket, now will fire, tries to hit, and up and over the shoulders. Mason Larson catches it, drags a defender down inside the 5, and it's a 1st and goal for Ada-Borup-West on a connection of 33 yards. Now let's get to see 35 yards all the way to the 3-yard line.
I got to say the Cougar offensive line did a good job there. They gave Austin McCraven just enough time to get that pass off. A couple almost holds, I'll say, Kevin. So that's good to, good to have that common sense on when to release, let go, so you're not going to get a flag to get that big play called back. So nice job blocking by the guys up front for the Cougars.
A 35-yard connection, and it is 1st and goal at the 3 for Ada-Borup-West. McCraven will be in the pistol formation. 1 receiver left is Charles Shaw. 1 back is Larson. He'll get the pitch. Wyatt Larson cuts upfield. He is met in the hole. Bang! That is a big-time tackle made by Cale Thompson, filling in from his linebacker spot. Spence, I felt it up here in the press box.
Yeah, it looked like Wyatt just had nowhere to go, so he decided to cut it up, but he met Cale Thompson there. Great quality tackle. We talked about quality tackles last week, kind of being a problem at the high school level sometimes, but that was a great tackle by Cale Thompson.
P.J. Peterson in his 3rd year coaching football at Lake Park-Audubon. He loves the game and is teaching it the right way to his guys defensively. That's a heck of a form tackle by Cale Peterson. Cale filling in very nicely there. It's going to be back to pass McCraven on 2nd and goal from the 5. Passes tipped. It's in the air. It's bobbled. It's nearly caught. Nearly intercepted. It lands incomplete. It was intended for Shaw. Spaeth almost caught it, and there were 3 Raiders that almost had a chance at an interception.
That was like a crazy pinball effect there coming in on the slant.
It was a strong pass. McCraven threw it. It hit. It was also well covered. I mean, it's twofold. That was just a good play. Good football play. Clock stops, 8:46 to play first quarter. Cougars have the ball after an Austin McCraven interception defensively. They are first, make it 3rd and goal now at the 5 after losing 2 on their first play of this inside the goal-to-goal now. 3rd and goal at the 5. Back to pass. Another quick slant in and out of the hands of Cameron Spaeth, and it'll be 4th and goal.
Yep, it was a good ball. Hit him right in the hands. Unfortunate. I'm sure Cameron wants to have that one back. Looks like the kicking team's coming on.
All right, so a kicking team coming out, as Spencer mentions. Cougars as a team. I wrote this stat down earlier, too, this just for this moment, for you, Spence. Sam Melting is 0 for 1 on the season with field goal attempts. He is 3 of 7 on the PATs. He's on the right side hash. Cameron Spaeth will hold. Wind at his back. Snap, spot. Kick from Melting is up and may have been deflected. The kick is no good.
It was definitely deflected. Sorry,
That's fine.
I was kind of letting the play progress because I wasn't sure if they were going to scoop that up and run with it. Yep, there was clearly a hand. I didn't catch the number, but it was blocked, Kevin.
Okay, yep. The way it was off, I couldn't see it on impact. I had the old binoculars. I wanted to watch the spot, the snap and spot, Spence. That was my focal point right there. So I appreciate you have the eyes on it. Of course, a focal point on yourliveevent.com could catch that as well. So the Raiders will have it, the touchback at their own 20-yard line. As from their own 20, Raider football, 2nd drive of the game. Their first drive lasted 2 plays and an interception. Everybody's in tight. Quarterback Luca Besky under center. From right to left, from south to north. Handoff and cutting back. They gave it to the pitchman on the inside, and on the carry that time was Drew Harris, number 3 rusher in the district. He cut back field and got to the 25. Give him 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Drew Harris did a nice job there of being patient, following his blockers, and then cutting at the appropriate time. It was a nice gain for the Raiders.
5 yards on first down, and clock ticking. 8:13 to play first quarter. We are scoreless on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Under center, Besky. He'll have the double wings set, 1 back in the backfield. Besky turns, and he'll pitch again to Harris, but Wyatt Larson was there. Brought him down in the backfield for a loss, and Wyatt followed it. His goal, I think, was, hey, take 7 down, and he did that.
Yeah, I feel that, Kevin, it seems like that's a tough play to make as the defensive end trailing the toss sweep to catch him from behind like that. So a nice hustle play by Wyatt Larson.
A loss of 3 for Drew Harris on the play, so it'll be 3rd down and 8 now for Lake Park-Audubon. Raider football, as the Raiders will come in again. It's Cale Thompson, number 81. He's the fullback. He's close to the quarterback, Besky. They send Harris again in motion. Besky going to keep it, roll to his right. Pass is caught in the flats. And stretching, should have a first down. That was a pass play to Anton Wickenheiser, number 4 receiver in the district from the tight end spot. He stretched out past the 30. He'll have a first down to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Jackson Miller made contact about 3 yards, in front of the first down, but after contact just was able to stretch, put that ball past the pylon for the first down. Pylon's the wrong word, Kevin.
The sticks, the yardage markers. That's what he was looking for.
It's good effort.
The effort was there, Spence. It's okay. You're fine.
Not me. It was a good effort by the ball carrier.
Well, both. I'm here to make everybody happy. Here's a handoff to Harris again, and he is spun down by a host of Cougar tacklers this time. Among those, Casper Kritzberger and Miles Wambach also in the mix that time, helping bring down the ball carrier. But that time, Harris found his way up to the 34-yard line. Going to be a gain of 3.
Yeah, it took 3 Cougars to bring him down. Nice job of carrying the ball. I think McCraven came in as well as the 2 names you mentioned.
So we've got 2nd down and 7 for Lake Park-Audubon. Quickly to the line of scrimmage from the 34-yard line. Double wings, sending Harris in motion again. Turn, give to the other Harrison side, and right there in the middle, nowhere to go is Larson again. Wyatt Larson has equaled and now doubled his tackles for loss on the season in just a couple of possessions. Back to the 29. It's a loss of 5 on the handoff to Gabe Harris that time.
Wyatt Larson just kind of tackled everyone on that play.
He did. He busted up the play and just broke it up.
I don't know who has the ball. I'm just going to tackle all the white jerseys, and good things will happen.
Well, if you tackle everybody, someone's going to have the ball, you'd think, right?
Yeah.
And he did something right there. So we've got a 3rd and long for the Raiders now. 3rd and 13 on their own 29-yard line, and this time they're coming out in shotgun formation. Quarterback Besky's going to turn. Luca gets away from one, steps in the pocket, gets away from another, and now will be spun down. Ball comes loose. Lance Kritzberger forcing a fumble. Are they going to say a fumble? I think they will.
I don't see a call on the field. I believe it's going to be a fumble and a turnover there.
Lance Kritzberger forces the fumble. Cougars turn over the Raiders at the 39-yard line.
Kevin, I think there was miscommunication on the Raiders' play there. Only one guy was running a route. Unless there was a designed run play for the quarterback. It looked like he was looking to pass, and there was only one guy out, so he had no option but to keep it. And nice job by the Cougars to force another turnover.
Better field position this time by a yard. They'll be at the Raiders' 39-yard line. 1st and 10 Cougars. 5:56 to play first quarter. No score. 3 receivers right of the formation, 1 to the left, 1 back in the backfield for quarterback McCraven. Passes intercepted, picked off. That's Colby Pagel at the 45. He's got one man to beat. Pagel down the sideline, and he's brought down by McCraven all the way down to the 5-yard line. He intercepted the screen pass, and Colby Pagel comes up big.
That was an athletic play, Kevin. One-handed that ball.
Absolutely. Well,
I'm trying to look at the roster. How big is he?
6'5", 210 senior. Now, here's the thing about Colby Pagel. Pretty good basketball player.
6'5" with an 8-foot wingspan. I mean, his arm just extended there to pull it in, and Austin McCraven saved the day, to prevent a touchdown by getting him down at the 6, but athletic interception.
No doubt one play in INT. So now from the ABW 5-yard line, Lake Park-Audubon will come out with a first, or it's going to be at the 6, I guess 6 officially. 1st and goal at the 6. Turn, Besky with a quick little shovel pass to Wickenheiser. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Right down close. Looks like they're going to maybe mark him what, Spence, about the 4-yard line, 3-yard line there?
Yeah, it looks like I was dodging the play.
I mean, you're just right there. You're right on top of this thing.
Spaeth did a good job to get him out of bounds. Little shovel pass action there.
A little quick shovel pass, absolutely. Quick play, made the decision to just get it and go, and Wickenheiser, the benefactor there, going to get a couple to the 4. So it's a 2-yard gain on a 1st down. Wickenheiser, 2 catches, 11 yards here in this ball game. 2nd and goal at the 4 for the Raiders. Clock stopped, 5:45 to play first quarter, no score. After the interception by Colby Pagel. Send a man in motion, Harris. Pitch it. Harris, far side of the field. He's got to hit the corner. Casper Kritzberger tried to deny him. He gets around the pylon. Touchdown, Lake Park-Audubon. Raiders in the end zone on a Drew Harris touchdown, stretching the length of the field. And it was a point-off a turnover for Lake Park-Audubon.
I'm noticing for the Raiders, just good team speed, it feels like, Kevin. Just an observation I'm making here in the first quarter.
And that's a good observation, Spence. I would agree. Let's see. Raiders are going to go. I believe they're going to go for 2. The score comes here with 5:40 to play in the first quarter. LPA on the board with a Drew Harris rushing touchdown. And for Drew Harris, that is his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. They're going to go direct snap, kind of a bulldog snap there. And Harris going to get the 2-point conversion up the middle, and Lake Park-Audubon on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard leading 8-0 over Ada-Borup-West with 5:40 to play in the first quarter on KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Linforce Insurance Agency in your viewing area if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Well, it's been a turnover-filled first quarter. The Lake Park-Audubon Raiders turned it over on their first possession. The Cougars tried a field goal and had their kick blocked. The Raiders then fumbled back to the Cougars. The Cougars then on the next play threw an interception. And then 2 plays later, after the Colby Pagel interception that set up 1st and goal for the Raiders at the Cougar 6, It's Drew Harris into the end zone for his 7th rushing touchdown of the season, 4 yards. He gets into the end zone on a 2-point conversion as well. So it's 8-0 Lake Park-Audubon in this first quarter, 5:40 to play before the first quarter horn is fired. And Kevin Kochman, Spencer Ribke with you here tonight at Johnson Sports Complex. And Spence, you talked about the team speed. The Raiders certainly proved they have some speed on that drive right there, as they're going to have an onside kick or a pooch kick that the Cougars are going to jump on top of. That could have been big trouble, but Ames Facino is able to corral that one.
Heads-up play by Ames. There was some the Raiders were coming down to hit whoever was going to touch that ball. I mean, that was like a true, middle onside attempt, and just heads-up play to get on top of it, secure the ball, because, Kevin, Coach Tingham already has talked about the turnover battle, and Cougars turn it over, leads to 8 points. That would have been a bad thing there. I know I'm pointing out the obvious, but a turnover on a kick return.
Luke Finney came off the field hobbling a little bit. He's over in the training table. In for Luke Finney on that left guard spot is Joseph Borgen, a 230-pound junior wearing number 72. He's going to pop in for Luke Finney for a moment as the Cougars will have it 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line. 5:38 to play in this first quarter, trailing 8-0. They'll send Mason Larson opposite side of the field where he was coming out. Austin McCraven is the quarterback. Receivers each way, empty backfield. High snap. McCraven will pull it down, and he will try to run, and he will work his way ahead and get across midfield mark, and will have 5 yards. Something which could have been disaster. He created 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, pretty much a broken play there, and to turn that into 5 yards, that's just nice, smart football by Austin McCraven.
Yep, made something happen when things didn't go right for him. And we'll see here if Luke Finney can get back out on the field for the Cougars soon. Again, Joseph Borgen in replacement on that left guard spot right now. Cougars empty. One back in the backfield is Wyatt Larson. McCraven's in the pistol formation. 2nd and 5 at midfield. Back to pass Larson. Should say McCraven. Fires over the middle. Pass is caught. Lance Kritzberger, the homecoming king, gets to the 40, up to the 37-yard line, and a nice gainer there. 13 yards and a 1st down. Got that in traffic too, didn't he?
Great hands, first of all. And then, after he had the ball, just a few extra yards after the catch. Shifty. Nice job by Lance Kritzberger, like you mentioned, the king there. But that ball just kind of stuck to his hands. It was impressive wide receiver play.
Lance has been the defensive bulldog this season, but now 9 catches for updated stat, 94 yards and a touchdown this year for Lance Kritzberger. 1st and 10 at the Raider 37 for the Cougars. McCraven is in the pistol formation. Receivers each way. He'll turn. He'll hand it off. Wyatt Larson. Larson barrels over a defender. He was the aggressor on that play. Tackle made by Lake Park-Audubon in on that stop that time for the Raiders. It looked like a 55 sighting, if I'm not mistaken there, Spence.
Yeah, Tyson Nerdahl, I believe, there on the stop, and it was a collision, and you got to kind of expect that, I think, when Wyatt Larson's involved in the play.
Well, Nerdahl is a rotational substitute on the linebacking team, linebacking spot in the defense, so a nice tackle made, but the aggressor play by Larson that time. 2nd and 6 at the 32 of the Raiders. Wing to the right side, 2 receivers left. Larson is just to the left of quarterback McCraven, who's going to keep it on the quarterback keep. He's going to be brought down by the shoulder pad. He's going to cross the 30-yard line and be up to the 28-yard line. Should be 4 yards and 3rd and short upcoming.
Love to see the big guys, the battle in the trenches there. Both teams just fighting. It's a dogfight, the front 5. It's fun to watch, Kevin.
It's a physical game. We were expecting physical coming into this game. Raiders, a very physical football team, and bringing back, they've just been kind of building these last couple of years, and now this season really liking what they have. They just got to put it all together at the right time, Coach Peterson tells me, and well, they're doing it. They're showing moments, and they lead at 8-0 right now. Cougars with the football at the Raider 28-yard line, a 3rd down and 2. McCraven empty backfield. He'll keep it himself, gets away from one, now goes left side, gets away from another. He'll dive across the 20-yard line where he's brought down. Defensively, the Raiders bring him down at the 18. It's a gain of 10 and a 1st down for the Cougars.
Nice job by the wide receivers for the Cougars blocking downfield to get that extra yardage for McCraven.
Huge, and it's a very important piece. When you don't have any backs in the backfield, Spence, a lot of it is just going to come down to, the downfield blockers, and we're seeing it from the wide receivers to when they're out there, tight ends, but the Cougars, for the most part, going with a 3 wide receiver and 1 wing back. You could put Kritzberger in the slot or line him up in a wing. He's been doing both, and in this case, they went empty backfield that time, so everybody was split out. 1st and 10 at the 18 of the Raiders. McCraven will be in the pistol. One back behind him is Wyatt Larson. Two receivers left, wing to the right. That's Kritzberger. Back to pass. McCraven fires pass. A leaping Cougar receiver that time comes up incomplete. They were looking for Cameron Spaeth. Hit him in the hands, Spence, but he dropped it.
Yeah, that's another drop, and I think frustration's building a little bit, but if you're Cameron Spaeth right now, you just got to shake it off and worry about the next play.
Clock stops with 2:23 to play first quarter. Lake Park-Audubon scoring on an interception from Colby Pagel that set up a first and goal. 2 plays later, a rushing touchdown for Drew Harris of 4 yards. Raiders 2-point conversion good. They lead at 8-0. First quarter on a homecoming night. Again, homecoming king Lance Kritzberger, homecoming queen Isabel Markison for Ada-Borup-West here in 2023. They were crowned right here on the football field. Something new, something different. McCraven with a second down and 10. Hands it off to Wyatt Larson. Stops. In trouble, tries to scoot right, is brought down by the Raiders defense. Coming in, making nice tackle there for Lake Park-Audubon. Jake Nelson among those in on the stop. A loss of 1, third and 11.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Jacob Nelson met him in the hole and won that battle.
So for the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, it's 4-down territory. They could be in the field goal range-ish area too, Spence. We talked about that before, and they did try a field goal already. It was blocked by the Raiders. 3rd and 11 from the Raider 19-yard line. Cougars want to get some points here in this first quarter. They've been in scoring opportunities a couple of times. Back to pass, McCraven rolling to his left. He'll fire. Pass is dropped. They were hitting Mason Larson over the middle. He maybe was hearing footsteps. He would have been brought down at about the 10. He would have been just short of the first down, but it's incomplete, 4th and 11.
That would have been a pretty incredible catch had he brought that in.
Mm-hmm.
He was running a slant, and it was low and behind him. He did get both hands on it, so, old school coaches would say, still should have caught it.
So it is 4th and 11. Cougars at the Raider 19-yard line, trailing 8-0. KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com for the Johnson Sports Complex in Ada here tonight. Nice crowd on hand representing LPA, Raider Nation, and Ada-Borup-West on this homecoming night, and Hall of Fame recognition too. McCraven back to pass, will fire right, looking for Charles Schall, jumping to the end zone, incomplete. Great coverage put on there by Lake Park-Audubon. It was one-on-one, and on the coverage was Gabe Harris, and it was incomplete.
Just kind of a jump ball situation right by the pylon, and Gabe Harris played pretty good defense there. He broke up the play. I think Charlie Schall tried to kind of come over the top of him and, what is it they say, moss you?
He was trying to moss
Randy
him.
Moss. He tried it, good defense.
Yeah, it looked like he just maybe didn't get up at the, he missed the top of the ball, right? He missed it at the height.
That's what they coach you to do, try to get it at the top of the ball. I think it was already coming down.
I think so. At any rate, it is 1st and 10 Raiders, and the handoff goes in the backfield to the fullback, Cale Thompson, the 6', 185-pound junior. Thompson not used a ton in the running game. He loses a yard to the 19. It's 2nd and 11 upcoming.
And Coach Jorgensen over here just kind of coaching up. I'm going to just backpedal a little bit, Kevin, coaching up that offensive line for the Cougars. We'll see if they can turn things around on the next possession.
With just over a minute to play first quarter, it's Lake Park-Audubon 8, Ada-Borup-West nothing. Raiders are going to the north end zone right now. And in the pistol formation is quarterback Luca Besky. He'll take the snap, he'll give. This is Drew Harris on the inside handoff. He'll slip away from one tackler, then Ames Facino and Jackson Miller there to bring him down at the 21, a gain of 2. Now here's the cool thing about Jackson Miller. His position on defense is labeled the Bullet. And doesn't that fits him really well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was a special teams kickoff position. That's pretty cool. That's what he is on the defense.
Yeah, on Nate McCraven's specialty named defense, he is the Bullet position.
So is that like a Ray Lewis thing? Like you're everywhere?
I think so. I'm thinking it's just you're gonna make a play.
And
guy.
on that last play, Kevin, Lance Kritzberger did a good job of disrupting it as well.
He did a nice job. You're right. 3rd down and 8 from the 21-yard line. Double wings are set. Besky taking his time. They might run the clock, or they were trying to run the clock all the way down, and it looks like the Raiders are going to burn a timeout with 6 seconds to play in the first quarter. On the Lakes Community Co-op, timeouts are from Freedom Fuel and Shine, Highway 9 Ada. It is 8-0 LPA leading Ada-Borup-West on KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com. We'll come back with the remainder of the first quarter right after this.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Freedom Fuel and Shine Highway 9 Ada. Easy on, easy off with the big trucks and the fastest pumps in town for gas and diesel fuel. Freedom Fuel. Timeout. Ada-Borup-West trailing Lake Park-Audubon 8-0. It's homecoming for the Cougars tonight. Lake Park-Audubon Raiders 8-0 leaders with 6 seconds to play in the first quarter. Kevin Kochman, Spencer Ribke, Brielle Engelsted's running the camera tonight for us. We appreciate that once again. Brielle's doing a great job as expected. Throw her into the fire one more time. No prep. Come on, Brielle. Get up here. Let's go. And here she is. She's just fantastic. Kaylin back in the studios, KRJB. Kaylin's done this a couple times. She's been down this road before. You're doing great, Kaylin. Luca Besky on a third down will take the snap and look to fake the handoff. Pops a pass to Drew Harris over the middle. First down, crossing the 30 up to the 34-yard line, and a great completion of 13 yards right there.
Well-executed pop pass with the fake to the fullback and just right up the middle.
So Harris with that catch, 13 yards in a cloud of dust. Raiders with their second first down of this football game. Clock will roll out, and that's the end of the first quarter. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, Lake Park-Audubon takes the first quarter. They lead Ada-Borup-West 8-0 on KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
Performance Ag west of Borup is locally owned and operated and ready to serve the area farmer. They offer these products for the upcoming season: seed, chemicals, dry and liquid fertilizer, and application services. When we're talking seed from Performance Ag, they'll provide growers with corn, soybean, sunflower, small grain, sugar beet, or other seed that you plant on your farm. Thank you for your business from Performance Ag west of Borup.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Second quarter of high school football as we welcome you back to the Johnson Sports Complex and KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com, bringing you the action of high school football on a Friday night. It's Lake Park-Audubon, a 1st and 10. The ball is spotted at the 35-yard line. Luca Besky will turn and hand the ball off on first down after a nice third down completion. They gave it to Harris in the backfield, and Drew Harris, the leading rusher in that first quarter, he'll scurry his way ahead to the 36, gets a whole yard for a 2nd and 9 upcoming.
Kevin, I think I saw 76. No, isn't it 76? Lucas Mertz, 78 in there? Hanging onto the feet of the ball carrier?
That would make sense, yes. Lucas Mertz would be out there. He'd be popping in. 78, you're right. For the Cougars up front, you've got Mason Larson, Austin Dryden, Lucas Mertz, Miles Wambach, and Wyatt Larson. Your linebacking core of Lance Kritzberger, Jackson Miller, Ames Facino, Cameron Spaeth, Austin McCraven in the backfield defensively, and Casper Kritzberger, who you saw kind of limping a little bit, but he looks to be at full strength right now, at least on the field. 2nd and 9 at the 36. Besky fires a pass, left, incomplete. His intended target was Anton Wickenheiser out left, and now we've got guys flying around. We've got a hat thrown.
Yep, so...
And we got people fired up.
So that was an interesting formation, Kevin, that I don't think we've seen with the twin set there. Quick pass. Flag was thrown right away. I don't know if it was an ineligible downfield or like offensive pass interference situation if they're blocking early. And then I believe the hat came off with a late hit out of bounds.
And that came from Cameron Spaeth. He was a little bit fiery over there with Wickenheiser. And now the officials are going to get this all figured out. Head official here tonight again is Ryan Weiser with the white hat.
Illegal block in the back.
Personal foul coming in late. That's against Ada-Borup-West. He's explaining it all. They waved off the block in the back.
Coach is looking for an explanation about maybe offsetting or something because the illegal block in the back was on the Raiders.
Mm-hmm. And Coach Tingen wants a little more explanation. He's getting Weiser's yelling at him, just not yelling at him in a bad way. He's
just communicating.
He's
right?
communicating across the field. It's a 15-yard penalty on the Cougars, and it's a first down for Lake Park-Audubon.
I'm wondering if the illegal block in the back was waved off because it was incomplete.
That's possible. Back to pass. Pass is intercepted, picked off by guess who? Austin McCraven. And he's down the sidelines, gets a big block. He's going to score. Touchdown Cougars. But there's flags everywhere. Everywhere flags. Every person who has a flag has thrown it.
I can't believe that first one's called on Ames Vicino. That was a great block. I thought there was a block in the back right in front of me on the 20. I'm counting 4 flags, Kevin.
Everybody who had a flag, I think, there's another one. I think at the 2, 3, there's 4 for sure. You got it for it. Now we're going to get a legal block in the back of the Cougars. That is, and then there's another one.
Personal foul, blind side.
Okay. So, Cougars ball, spot of the foul penalty, so no pick 6 for McCraven, although that was incredible. The interception was fantastic.
Yeah, sorry, there's a lot to talk about there.
There's a lot of things.
Athletic play, athletic as heck. Austin McCraven to come with that ball. And a great run back as well. Just a little extracurriculars on the blocking once he had gotten the interception, I guess.
And like you say, I think I watched the play. I saw some blocks, and I saw one block that was clean as day, and then I saw other ones that maybe weren't as well. I can't say right or wrong what happened there, but McCraven with an INT happening here. He's got 5 picks in the last 2 games. He's got 7 on the season, and so McCraven with an interception happens with 10:54 to go in the second. That was wild.
I just think as a defender, when your team gets that interception, you're so eager to go hit someone and get a block down.
Of course you are. You get to put your hat on, yeah.
And, yeah.
From their own 43-yard line, a first down and 10 for Ada-Borup-West. Now McCraven is fired up. You could see it. He's got a different level of get after it out there right now. He crosses the 45 to the 47, keeps it himself, pocket collapsed out on that time spent, but just makes the play, jumps ahead for a few.
Yeah, I mean, just an awesome job by Austin McCraven as the quarterback. When there's nothing there, just pick up a few yards. Don't take the sack. Don't force a turnover. Pick up a few positive yards. We'll move on to second down.
And he gets positive. He gets 4 yards. 4 yards for Austin McCraven on that carry. And it is second down and 6 upcoming for Ada-Borup-West. Good football game tonight. This is bringing all the excitement tonight, Spence.
I love the hard hits. I love the excitement on the offensive plays and the turnover plays. It's fun.
McCraven will hand it off on second down. Wyatt Larson finds a gap, gets a good block, gets another good block, dives into Raider territory, crosses the 40 to the 37-yard line. That's going to be a nice 16-yard gain, first down.
Wyatt Larson gets his pads so low when he's running the ball.
Yeah, well, he's not really tall either, so that's a double dip for him.
Just running downhill. Cale Thompson was the one to eventually bring him down, as well as number 71, Jacob Nelson.
That's the longest rush on the season for Wyatt Larson at 16 yards. To the 37 of the Raiders, it's first and 10 Cougars. Trailing 8-0 to the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders. We got 9:45 to play in the second quarter. Cougars driving after the McCraven interception, his second of the night, 5th in the last 2 games. Number 5 himself, the lefty, fires a pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended target looked like Mason Larson, and McCraven does a lot of throwing on the run.
Yeah, a little over the head. Kind of looked like it went right in between his hands, but I think the pass was a little high. It's interesting, just like the chess match you see going on, Kevin. Like Cameron Spaeth is often split out alone to the wide side of the field, but LPA will kind of counter that by putting their big guy on the DN there. So it's hard to throw a slant on that open field because you got all 6'5" standing there in front of you.
Colby Pagel is a big body out there, no question about it. Back to pass is McCraven. He's in the shotgun, I should say. Now he's going to hand it. The give goes to Wyatt Larson. He's going to cross the 35-yard line, and Larson's going to get to the 34-yard line. Gain of a couple there, and it'll be third down for Ada-Borup-West. I think they're going to give him about 4 yards to the got to figure this out. 34-yard line, 33-yard line. 33 is the spot. 4-yard gain.
And when, Wyatt Larson just gets the pad level so low, it makes him hard to tackle, but that time number 71, Jacob Nelson, was able to get lower and bring him down for a quality tackle, bringing up third down.
Raiders defense has been playing really good football tonight. They've just been really sound, and they've taken away the big play from the Cougars. Back to pass. Nope, a handoff again to Wyatt Larson. He's going to cut outside. Gets a nice seal block. 25-20, cuts back. Inside the 20, inside the 15. Should be down to about the 11-yard line where it'll be a first down for the Cougars. They're going to put him at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 21.
Charlie Shaw was blocking 15 yards off the play, Kevin, way downfield. That's the stuff when you watch film on Monday morning that gets you pumped up.
He didn't hear a whistle, so he wasn't going to stop. Got to keep blocking, man. Block until you hear that whistle, right, Spence?
That's right. That's what you coach to do, but I think the bad habit is to kind of turn around. Where is that ball carrier behind me?
Yeah. You got to trust it. So it is a first down and 10 at the 11-yard line. McCraven is in the pistol formation, 2 receivers to his right. The running back, Larson, was to his right. McCraven keeps, had me fooled. McCraven inside the 5. He goes tall. He dives close. They're going to hold him up just short of the end zone. Looks like right at the 1 or inside the 1.
That was a close call. The pylon even tipped over. Yeah, nice job of running by Austin McCraven. And I do hear from the sidelines when Spaeth is out wide, watch the slant, watch the slant. So something that they're, the chess match, like I mentioned.
They know what's going on. First and goal at the 1 after the 10-yard run from McCraven. Coach Tingham gives the play call, and McCraven will bring it into this sideline. 7:48 to play in this second quarter. Lake Park-Audubon 8, Ada-Borup-West nothing. Cougars are knocking on the door at the Raiders' 1-yard line. They'll come out. Cougars, McCraven will be in the pistol. Behind him is Wyatt Larson. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left of the formation. McCraven takes a snap. Pitch left to Larson. Cuts upfield, tripped up, loses yards.
Low pitch kind of thrown at the shins of Wyatt Larson. And, unfortunate to lose yards there when you're on the 1. But he lost his footing, tried to cut it up. And when your knee touches the ground in high school, you're down.
So we've got a second down and goal. Ball will be at the 4-yard line. Loss of 3 officially on the play for Wyatt Larson on that carry. That coming after his 21-yard rush prior. He's had his 2 longest runs of the season on this drive. McCraven in the pistol again. Second and goal at the 4. Takes a snap, turns, hands it off. Wyatt Larson is tripped up at the 5. Nowhere to go. The Raiders defense came in.
Looked like 81, Cale Thompson getting into the backfield quickly and disrupting the play.
Yeah, real nice play by Cale. And he's played nicely this season. He's just under 20 total tackles this season. You know the formula, Spencer. You're a football guy with assisted tackles and solo tackles and how they come with that formula to find out the total tackle number. He's just under 20. Now he should be at 20 for the season.
And he's just involved in a lot of plays.
He's very, very much so. He's right there on the center right now. Back to pass on 3rd and goal. McCraven fires. Pass is going to be incomplete.
Not sure if that was deflected, Kevin, but it skipped at the goal line. The intended target was at the back of the end zone. It was a good, 5 to 8 yards short. I had to have been batted or tipped.
And I think it was. I lost it when it went off of his hand. I had my binoculars on it. For the Cougars, this is play number 10 of the drive, and it's 4th and goal at the 5-yard line. They started on their own 43. Will be 10-play drive here. Cougars are going to go for it at the 5. 4th down and goal. They'll split receivers each way. McCraven is in the pistol. Larson to his right. McCraven on 4th and goal will turn. He'll look to his left. He'll fire a pass, and it's going to be knocked away. Great defense by the Raiders. They were all over it. Nobody was open, and the pressure was there, too. That's great defense by Lake Park-Audubon.
All over it is a great description. Number 8, Gabriel Harris. Number 4, Benjamin Newman. There was nowhere to go with that ball. Cameron Spaeth was kind of slanting in. I believe it was either Larson or Shaw kind of running a little out route. It seemed like everyone on this side that McCraven was rolling to was double covered, so just kind of had to force it in there and turnover on downs.
Might be a good opportunity for people to focus up. Valley Vision Clinic and Ada, Dr. Dave Solsing and his staff welcoming you. Keep your focus with a regular eye exam. Schedule yours at 218-784-4091. Time to focus up for these 2 squads. Raiders with the football. 6:06 to go in this second quarter. 1st and 10 on their own 5. Beskey, long snap count. Double wings are set. Everybody's in tight. Now we'll extend this snap count here, and we'll have a second to get it off, and he does. And going to try to just plunge ahead here for a couple of yards, as that time the give was to Thompson. And I should say Beskey kept it himself. Luca with the keeper. He'll get to the 10 and gets a little more breathing room on a 5-yard rush.
Wow, 5 yards, Kevin, on just kind of like a QB sneak almost.
Basically, yep. That's all it was, just to push ahead, and they got that push. Cougars up front, not maybe expecting that. Just a hard push by the Raiders' interior line, and guys like Ethan Willett, the center, did a nice job of lead blocking. Hayden Crow and Wyatt Simon, a couple of sophomores and a senior in the interior line for Lake Park-Audubon. 2nd and 5 of the 10. They send Drew Harris in motion. He will get a pitch, and he will be bottled up, but then does get ahead. Tackled by Ames Facino, but we've got a flag down. A gain of 2 as it stands, but it's going to be a hold against the Raiders, or a legal procedure.
Yeah, you're right. It was a hold.
Okay.
Ames Facino in on the tackle. The back judge saw the hold, though.
So Harris's 2 yards will be half the distance to the goal, so they should spot him at the 6, I think, Spencer.
I think I said that incorrectly, by the way, the back judge. Yeah.
But that's okay. I don't expect you to know everything. I mean, you took your cross-country team on a 10-mile run today from Borup to Ada, or what is it?
It was 9.1 it ended up being.
Okay, from Borup to the school?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 9.1 sounds about right.
Ames is jogging off here, Kevin. I don't know if he's dinged up.
Ames Facino checks out for a moment. Charlie Shaw checks in for the Cougars on a rotational substitution. Going to be the quarterback keeping it himself.
Fumble!
Nowhere to go. Ball is loose. Are they going to say? No, they're going to say.
Oh, I'm going to.
Yeah, not a bad idea to turn the mic off down there. It's getting a little bit wild.
So the call is an incomplete pass. They're saying it was a shovel pass attempt.
Okay, that makes sense. They've tried to do that a couple of times here tonight, so I buy it.
It's just interesting because, the ball carrier was just wrapped up by 2 defenders. So actually a very good heads-up play by the quarterback, Luca Besky, on that to just get rid of it in the forward direction to get that incomplete pass call rather than a fumble on your own, too.
Yep. Good scenario there for the Raiders to try to take advantage of that now. 3rd and 10 at their own 5. And they'll have their 2 tight ends out. Double wings are out. 1 back in the backfield. Besky is in the pistol. He'll take the snap. He'll turn and hand it off. Thompson nearly lost the handle on it. And he's brought down. Miller and Larson are there. He's going to get a couple to the 7, so it's 4th down, and the Raiders be in punt formation. First punt of the game for either team.
Kritzberger with Lance Kritzberger, that is, with a well-timed blitz on that, disrupting things in the backfield before it really had a chance to develop.
Lance, well-timed. All things sound normal when you read those or say those words together.
Yeah, isn't that kind of the story of his season so far?
He's been having a fantastic football season. We're treated tonight with some special defensive players between Lance Kritzberger and then Hayden Crow, the top 2 tacklers in the entire district on the field here tonight. Snap, and the kick is away. Luca Besky, the best punter in the district, by the way, kicks it away to Cameron Spaeth at the 40-yard line, near sideline. Stiff arms one, holds onto the football, crosses the 35 to the 25, and he's going to be down inside the 25. Cougars will have incredible field position as the harvest moon starts rising in the background. Holy cats, picturesque at the Johnson Sports Complex.
Number 44, I don't believe I've called his name tonight, Brody Hansen, the freshman, finally bringing down Spaeth. There was a nice little run back by Cameron.
To the LPA 23, 1st and 10, Ada-Borup-West. Cougars, it's not imperative, but a touchdown here before halftime would be certainly something to help them build. Trailing 8-0. Defense stood up there, so now see if the offense can capitalize. The handoff on a high snap goes to Larson. Wyatt Larson cuts back. Nice run by Wyatt Larson inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. I do believe that should be 10 yards and a first down.
Like you said, high snap. I mean, McRaven is showing off his athleticism just by reeling some of those in and turning these into positive plays. And number 4, Benjamin Newman for LPA, able to probably save the touchdown on that Wyatt Larson cutback.
Mustang Seed first down. Mustang Seed planting your future. Corn, soybean seed. Contact Jay Merkins, 218-415-0987. On a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Another handoff to Larson up the middle and nowhere to go that time by the Raider defense. Coming in there, Wyatt Simon, a 6'2", 240 senior. That's the kind of guy you want plugging a hole on the defensive line. He brings down Larson. A gain of 1 to the 12.
Yeah, he just gave him just a big bear hug and dropped him to the ground.
That's the best tackling for him, Spence. Just bear hug him. Yep, absolutely.
That's, who is it? Pat Williams for him there.
Yeah. Well, Cookie Kesselberg used to do that all the time, too. He just loved the bear hug.
That's right.
That's all he did. Sometimes you go to the grocery store and he just gives you a bear hug, too. Still to this day.
It's a habit.
It's just what he does. The Cookie. 2nd and 9 at the 12. McCraven back to pass. He's going to step up in the pocket. Feels the pressure, gets away from one, gets away from another. Lost the football. It's loose. I think the Raiders have it. In a game of turnovers, the Raiders have jumped on top of the football, and it is Gabe Harris recovering it, the sophomore. McCraven, the ball just slipped out of the hand as he was trying to extend the play.
Just fighting for that extra yardage, kind of losing his footing as he is going to the ground. And, yep, you're right. Gabe Harris scoops up the fumble, and now we're under 3 minutes to go. The Cougars are looking at scoring, and the field has all of a sudden been, flipped. LPA with the ball here.
Yeah, and this has just been a game of turnovers. Fumble, Raiders football now on their own 11-yard line. It'll be a 1st down and 10. Not like they have the greatest field position, but the Raiders certainly owning the scoreboard, and now a pretty physical play right out of the gates here, as you maybe saw it better than I did. I was writing a bunch of stuff down. Drew Harris went nowhere.
Yeah, Mason Larson, kind of with just the body slam on that one, picked him up and slammed him to the ground, and I missed the wide receiver's number, but LPA wide receiver doing a great job blocking downfield. But all for nothing when Mason's in the backfield, body slamming your ball carrier.
Mason Larson, big play, loss of a couple. Going to put the ball back here on the 8-yard line. Harris goes in motion, 2nd down and a 12. Pass in the flats. It's caught by Thompson, and he's popped out of bounds right in front of the Vissers. They're holding up the chain gang. And Thompson gets up to the 15-yard line. Is going to get 6. It'll be 3rd down.
I was just kind of thinking to myself on that play, LPA has been doing a lot of that little motion and always going in the direction of the motion. That time the motion came left to right. And so, you're expecting the play to go to the right. They threw it back to the left. So little trickery, and that's just the little chess match things I mentioned that I kind of like watching in football.
Great recognition, Spence, too. Appreciate that. That's a dynamite drop-in. Here's a pitch left side. Drew Harris tries to get to the outside edge. He's going to cut up, gets away from one tackler, and then he's pounded. A big collision by Lance Kritzberger. Whew. About the 19-yard line.
And so you talk about defensive players having an assignment on that one. Ames Facino was sprinting to the sideline to not allow him to get that outside edge. He turned him in, and then Lance, cleaned up once the ball carrier had to cut it up.
And guys understanding their lanes and their assignments, right? Just kind of protecting. And now we got a timeout on the field. I think it's Ada-Borup-West with a timeout. Minute 53 to play before halftime. 8-0 Lake Park-Audubon leading on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. 4th and 2 when we come back on KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Timeouts from Freedom Fuel and Shine, Highway 9 Ada. Easy on, easy off, and the fastest pumps in town. Lake Park-Audubon 8, Ada-Borup-West nothing. Minute 53 to play. 4th and 2 at their own 19. Are the Raiders going to go for it, or are they going to punt the football for just the 2nd time tonight? As the harvest moon rises. It was full yesterday. Darn near full. That's beautiful.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
They're gonna come on, go for it.
Some
Luca
hard count.
Besky. There's 18 on the play clock. Besky is under center. Long cadence. There's movement to the backfield of the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders. There's movement in the backfield.
Kevin, do you think there was even a play drawn up there?
I think they were going to call a timeout.
Right.
They were just trying to get the Cougars to jump off. That's the play that they were going. 4th and 2, minute 53 to play in the first half. You're on your own 19. You don't go for that.
Right, and if you get the free first down with a minute 52 to go, you just can run out the clock or, extend the drive.
What are we, a couple of coaches up here trying to make the plays? PJ knew what he was doing, and, they just had a penalty there on their own squad. It's a 5-yard penalty on the Raiders. So, with that, it is 4th down and now longer, but they're going to be at their own 14-yard line. Luca Besky, by the way, he's the punter. Be aware of that. Cameron Spaeth is deep back for the Cougars. He stands at the 45-yard line. Snap is low. Besky is going to have a low kick. It's going to take a nice bounce for the Raiders, though. Right there at the 45-yard line, right by Bill Benson and Nate McCraven, near sideline. And that'll be where the Cougars will have it. 1st and 10. 2 timeouts remain for Ada-Borup-West. One timeout left for the Raiders.
The punt may have been tipped there.
It looked like there might have been some contact and almost a running into the kicker, too.
And I think because of the tip, that kind of negates maybe running into the kicker. I'm not sure.
You are correct.
Okay.
No, that is correct, Spence. Great recognition of the rules.
I just guess.
No, you did great. That's don't sell yourself short. That was fantastic. You, it's like you had the book just right in front of you.
I mean, there were 4 guys right there ready to block the punt. I kind of thought it was going to be blocked. So good job by Besky to get it off.
He did. He's the best punter by average in the district. Receivers each way, back to pass McCraven on a 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line of the Raiders. McCraven's on the run. He's going to be at the 40, cuts it upfield and steps out of bounds. Clock stops with 1:37 to play in the first half. He's out of bounds at the 39. He'll pick up 5 yards on first down.
They kind of tiptoed the sideline and picked up a few extra yards before he smartly got out of bounds.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. If you do this, watch this, Brielle. We're just going to really quick just do this on yourliveevent.com. I'm just going to pull this camera up and look at that moon. I mean, just look at that thing. Isn't that something? Look at that moon. It is something. It really is. I don't know. I'm a big moon guy.
Am I too short to see it?
Yeah, it's above the trees.
Okay.
It's gorgeous. I mean, you'll see it sometime. It's the harvest moon. I mean, it was full yesterday, but, you know. Anyways, back to the game. 2nd and 5 of the 39-yard line. Receivers each way. Back to pass. McCraven throws a screen pass on the sideline. It's Cameron Spaeth. He'll go in. He'll cut it back out. Zigzags his way down the sidelines. Needs a block inside the 15-yard line. And the Cougars should have a 1st and goal upcoming after the speed of Cameron Spaeth brought down at the 8.
Good play call. Nice block on the outside by Mason Larson to open that thing up. And Cameron kind of put on a juke, made a guy slip and lose his footing, and off to the races. Overall, exactly what the Cougars wanted.
Game of angles. Ball down to the 8-yard line where it's 1st and goal, and a first down from Mustang Seeds. Planting your future. Mustang Seed. Trent Item. Itemized Ag of Felton. 701-367-4096. So we've got a 1st and goal for the Cougars.
Seems like the Cougars have been here a few times.
Yeah. They've had their drives all stall out here tonight. They're trying to get points on the board before halftime, trailing 8-0 to Lake Park-Audubon. McCraven's in the pistol formation. Turn, hand the football off. It's Wyatt Larson. He is stopped by the defense of the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders once again. The interior line stands tall once more.
Yeah, they're just disrupting and getting good push up front. The Raiders are on that D line. Nowhere to go. They're back there. By the time McCraven hands the ball to Larson, they're there.
Larson's going to get nothing. Actually, a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal at the 10. They will break out of the huddle. It's going to be Charlie Shaw or Charles Shaw, whichever you prefer. He split left. Receivers to the right of the formation. Back to pass McCraven. He's looking right. In trouble. Needs to get away from pressure. Now will fire. He floats it over the middle. Jumping, diving. Ball is incomplete. They say it was dropped in the back of the end zone. Intended target looked like they were trying to feed the ball in there to Wyatt Larson, maybe?
Yeah, either Larson. They were both there.
They were both. It was just a Larson party in the back of the end zone, and it was incomplete.
Yeah, I thought maybe there was a chance. McCraven did a good job of putting it up high for Mason. It went off of Mason Larson's hands. Wyatt came out of like a little scrum with the ball, but the official was right there. Must have hit the ground to blow that incomplete.
And if not, there's no real good video evidence anyway. You know,
Brielle
doesn't have a camera angle back there. I mean, she can't see it back then. So it's fine. It's all good. It's not her fault. Plus, they can't review in regular season. Now it's going to be a roll to his left. 3rd down and goal. Pass is incomplete. Trying for Kritzberger. A little bit high from the running McCraven, and it'll be a 4th and goal for Ada-Borup-West. And Spence, it feels like this has happened before tonight as well.
It does. I mean,
it has.
It's been a handful of times the Cougars have made it inside the 15 and still 0 on the board. And unfortunate that play a little bit high, still hit Kritzberger right in the hands. And I would assume that he gets in if he makes that catch. 4th down.
4th and goal, ball at the 10 for Ada-Borup-West. They have timeout remaining, and they'll take it here. In fact, I think they have still one more timeout remaining. With 38 seconds to play in this first half on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, it's Lake Park-Audubon leading Ada-Borup-West 8-0. As the Cougars call timeout, we're back with a 4th and goal right after this.
and Counseling Headquarters, also known as REACH, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. That's their slogan, and it says it all. REACH is a multi-agency human service center that helps families and individuals with counseling, food services, and help and support during the holidays. Things such as the backpack program, food for kids during the weekend, and a holiday meal during Thanksgiving and Christmas are just a few of the things that REACH can do. Check them out at ruralenrichment.org or visit their secondhand stores in Holly and Hendron.
Timeouts are brought to you by Freedom Fuel and Shine, Highway 9 Ada. Fastest pumps in town, car wash, pet wash too at Freedom Fuel in Ada. Cougars timeout, trailing 8-0. It is 4th down and goal at the 10. Cougars have had their last 2 drives end with turnovers on down. Check that. Their last 3 drives, it's been a fumble, turnover on down, interception. Kick blocked. That's their day so far offensively. And now another 4th down and goal for Ada-Borup-West.
Different formation.
Different formation is true. Pistol with 2 kind of a wing setup. Now they're going to go Cameron Spaeth. Gets it, throwing a pass to the right side. The pass to the end zone. It is hauled in and caught. Touchdown! Spaeth hit McCraven out of the backfield. So it was a pitch and a handoff. And then McCraven runs a route, catches it, corner, touchdown. Wow.
You know, personal story. I'm going to have to give McCraven, and when I say McCraven, the coach, Nate McCraven, I'm going to have to give him some grief about that because he likes to bring up in my high school days how I couldn't throw touchdowns. I had to go catch them.
Okay. Okay.
So that was fun to see the quarterback. I mean, as the high school quarterback, don't you love that, going out for a pass?
How can't you? Especially Austin, the way he plays.
And with Cameron Spaeth, he's very athletic. Put that ball right on the money.
And Cameron Spaeth, that is his 2nd passing touchdown of the season. He's 2 of 4, make it 3 of 4 now through the air. We've got a timeout called as a 2-point conversion attempt is about to be made. The timeout is being called by Lake Park-Audubon. And on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, Raiders lead at 8-6, 31 seconds to go. Cougars will attempt a 2-point conversion or a PAT when we come back on KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
At Valley Vision Clinic, they are dedicated to providing high-quality optometry services in a comfortable environment. The friendly staff is available to answer questions about the services they provide, as well as scheduling, insurance coverages, frames and lens options, and more. Valley Vision will take both eye emergencies and scheduled appointments. They offer vision financing options and will work with vision insurance providers to ensure good eye health and vision care for all their patients. Call 784-4091 for Dr. Dave Salsing and staff at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada.
We're back out of the timeout from Freedom Fuel and Shine, Highway 9, Ada, as it is Ada-Borup-West trying to tie the football game here. They'll come out trailing 8-6. After the Cameron Spaeth to Austin McCraven touchdown, the Cougars will go for 2. After the Lake Park-Audubon timeout, 31 seconds remain in this first half of football. Stay tuned for halftime as well. Coming up on KRJB and yourliveevent.com. McCraven is in the pistol formation. He'll be back to pass. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll try to get away from one. Tries to dive, and he's in. 2-point conversion is good, and we got a tie ball game ahead of halftime. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, the 2-point conversion run by McCraven is good, and it's 8-8 Cougars and Raiders on KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's cleaner with Gleaner and less money, too. Find the savings on Gleaner combines at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Now, listen to this. 0.99% interest, less than 1% interest, 0.99 interest for 5 years on all new Gleaner combines, or choose 0% interest for 24 months. These Gleaner combines are getting raving reviews from the demonstrations and from those who have purchased Gleaner combines this summer. Gleaner combines from Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada.
The Ada-Borup-West Cougars score and tie the football game. Cameron Spaeth to Austin McCraven, 10 yards on a 4th down conversion. 2-point conversion run by McCraven's good. Tie ball game as Mason Larson tees it up and will squib a kick. It'll be picked up by the Raiders at the 30-yard line. On the return for Lake Park-Audubon, Ben Newman crosses the 40-yard line and is going to be brought down by the Cougars. It'll be a 1st down and 10, and they'll mark him down at the 39 officially. 1st down and 10, Lake Park-Audubon. 26 seconds to play in the first half. I believe they have 1 timeout remaining.
You coach those guys on kickoff, stay in your lane, stay in your lane. Casper Kritzberger did a nice job of staying in his lane and not getting beat on that cutback.
We'll see what the Raiders have in them here, if they're going to try to be aggressive or if they're going to take this first half at an 8-8 score. Again, limited on your timeout, so you got to make a play happen. Raiders will come to the line of scrimmage with a 1st down and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Everybody's in tight. This is a normal formation for them. Luka Besky, the quarterback, turns and will hand the football off to Drew Harris on the inside. Gets away from one tackler, spins down, and is down with a flag coming down, maybe an incidental face mask here as Harris goes down to the 44. It's a gain of 5, going to be plus yardage here, I believe.
Yep, they all saw it. 3 flags right away.
Hey, almost everybody had a flag, could throw it out there.
I'm good at counting tonight.
You are. Spence, congratulations on the counting. It's great job.
Yep, you had it right, face mask.
So, as it stands, Drew Harris had 5 yards there, and they're going to keep walking it off. I said incidental, but sometimes incidental still ends up being a personal foul face mask, which this one is. It didn't mean he did it aggressively. It's just that's how much face mask he ended up grabbing. And you could see Dryden was upset about it.
Yeah, he knew. Oopsie, right?
An oopsie. He said, oh, didn't mean to grab so much face mask right there. Let me just squeeze past you. Ball at the 41-yard line of the Cougars now. Harris back to pass. Quarterback, running back pass. Now he's going to tuck it up, and he's going to be brought down. Cougars will bring him down in the backfield at the 43-yard line, so it's a loss of 2 on the play, and that's how the first half will come to a close.
Yeah, they were in for a little razzle-dazzle there to close out the half. Lucas Mertz bringing down the ball carrier.
Well, you find Coach Tingham, and we will have halftime coaches' comments. We're bringing it into the halftime show presented by the Linfors Agency. Linfors, your insurance source. Brielle will have you kind of keep an eye on Spencer, and Coach, they're going to be about midfield there. And I'll let you get in on that one here for Coach as our halftime coaches' comments from United Savings Credit Union. Down on the field, Spencer Ripke's got the head coach of Ada-Borup-West football, Paul Tingham.
Thanks, Kevin. Standing here with Coach Tingham. Coach, good to get some points on the board there at the end of the half.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we had our chances, obviously. You know, you guys are watching the game. Obviously, we got to stop making mistakes and make plays because we got down deep 3 times or 4 times and only came away with 1 touchdown. So, you know, we got to take care of the football better. We got to make plays. We had our opportunities. We imploded. You know, it was just our own mistake. So we just got to fix it and play a little bit better.
Second half message then, just clean it up, take care of the ball. It's a tie game. It's starting fresh.
Yeah, definitely. Defense has played well. You know, special teams have played well. You know, except for that field goal, we got that block. But offensively, we're moving the ball. We just got to punch it in. We got a ton of yards, but we got to just make plays when we get the opportunity. So, if we make those plays in the second half, we're going to be fine. If we continue to implode on those plays, then this is coming down to the wire, and we're looking at either a loss or another overtime like last year. So, hopefully the guys step up and get a little more focused and get the job done here.
Thanks for the comments, Coach. Good luck second half.
Hey, thank you.
That is Spencer Ripke down in the field with Ada-Borup-West head coach Paul Tingham. Halftime coaches' comments from United Savings Credit Union. 2 locations in Fargo, another in Detroit Lakes on Highway 10, and another in Dilworth on Highway 10. UnitedSavingsCU.org. Learn more about becoming a member and unlocking the credit union difference. United Savings Credit Union with the halftime coaches' comments. The halftime report is brought to you by the Linfors Agency. Linfors, your insurance source. Locations in Foston, Bagley, Clearbrook, Ada, Mahnomen, and Fertile. Linfors, your insurance source. Halftime here at the Johnson Sports Complex. They're going to be introducing the Hall of Fame class 2023 from the Ada-Borup-West School Hall of Fame, which will be introduced. We'll talk about this first half and also hear from Coach P.J. Peterson in the halftime. It's all on the way. KRJB, yourliveevent.com.
John, Wayne, and Marissa at the Ben & Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead take this time to wish all farm families and farm workers throughout the area a safe and successful harvest. Keep safety in mind when you're out on and around the tractors and trucks and other machinery in the fields and around the farm this harvest season. Don't cut corners when it comes to safety. It could cost a life. John, Wayne, and Marissa at Ben & Hoagland Agency thank you for your business, and they remind you if you have any questions about crop insurance, call or stop and visit with them. The Ben & Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead. The Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead provide great places for seniors to live. They emphasize choices, independence, and provide services as directed by residents. They're also great places to work, where employees find not only a job, but also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Christian Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. christianmotors.com, christiancarsonline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
It's halftime from the Linfors Agency. Linfors, your insurance source. Ada-Borup-West, Lake Park-Audubon tied at 8 at halftime. Homecoming night for Ada-Borup-West football. Lake Park-Audubon the visitors tonight, but it was homecoming royalty crowned here before the game tonight. And Ada-Borup-West homecoming queen Izzy Markison joined Spencer Ripke down on the field.
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I'm here with royalty. A little nervous. Izzy Markison, congrats. What does it mean to you being selected by your peers and underclassmen and stuff and getting the homecoming queen?
It feels great representing my class and everyone in the school being queen. And I just like spreading positivity.
Yeah, good. Someone needs to do it. You're a volleyball player. Yep. How's the season been going?
Season's been going pretty good. Right now we have 2 losses, and we actually just won the Tournament of Roses for the first time in Ada history, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, it's going pretty well.
And then, last question, Kevin, just a fun fact. Izzy and Lance were in my classroom earlier this week reading books to the 5th graders.
I like that a lot.
What was that like?
It was super fun reading to little kids, and especially the 5th graders, because they're usually reading chapter books, but we had to read them little kid books. I don't think they were so entertained. But
they still like it.
Yeah, it was fun, though.
Very good.
All right, thanks, Izzy. Kevin?
Good stuff, guys. Thank you very much. The homecoming queen, Izzy Markison, and now you can see behind Spencer now is the Hall of Fame class of the Ada-Borup-West School, the class induction. And tomorrow at 1 o'clock on yourliveevent.com, we will have the Hall of Fame Class 2023 induction on yourliveevent.com. More to come at halftime. Ada-Borup-West and Lake Park-Audubon all knotted up at 8 on KRJB 106.5 FM and yourliveevent.com. It's halftime presented by the Linfors Agency.
Ada Building Center, LLC welcomes you to discuss your plans and ideas for your new farm buildings, homes, garages, storage sheds, or other buildings you want at the lake, on the farm, or in town. Floor to ceiling, walls to roof, Ada Building Center, LLC will assist in making your construction plans, providing quality project materials and free delivery to your job site. For updates and repairs, they have all the doors, windows, cabinets, and supplies you need. Ada Building Center, LLC, 218-784-3661, Highway 200 East edge of Ada.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
This is Bruce Visser of Visser Grading. Myself, Becky, and Adam wish the Cougars good luck. My family and Visser Grading thank you for allowing us to be maintaining your roads. Thanks for listening to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated from Visser Grading, a proud sponsor of the area schools. Visser Grading says give it your all. in the academics, athletics, and the arts. Being involved in your school and its activities promotes teamwork that will guide you towards success. Visser Grading wishes all students the very best in all of their activities.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
This is Kenley Walling, the Activities Director at Ada-Borup-West School. These activities wouldn't be possible without the Booster Club members and businesses who made contributions of money and time to Ada-Borup-West School. The Booster Club supports band, FFA, FCCLA, elementary football, the school library, and much more. Thanks to the Booster Club and their members for their support, and roll Cougs!
The Ada-Borup-West School is committed to excellence. The Ada-Borup-West School continually looks to offer expanded educational opportunities and experiences to teach and prepare students of various ages for career opportunities. You can learn more of these educational opportunities for your children when you contact the Ada-Borup-West School at 218-784-5300 or visit the school website, ada.k12.mn.us. You're invited and encouraged to be involved at Ada-Borup-West Schools for education, fine arts, and athletics.
It is halftime. The halftime report is brought to you by the Linfors Agency. Linfors, your insurance source. It's 8-8 tied up. Lake Park-Audubon, Ada-Borup-West at the half here at the Johnson Sports Complex in Ada. We need to talk a little bit about the contest here this evening, and it's been turnover-laden. Lake Park-Audubon on their first drive threw an interception. Austin McCraven with the pick. Cougars then drove down the field, an opportunity to kick a field goal. It was blocked. Raiders ball. Next possession, they fumbled it. Cougars ball, they throw an interception. Raiders 2 plays later are in the end zone on a 4-yard rushing touchdown by Harris. Drew Harris scores. He got the 2-point conversion. It was 8-0 after 1 quarter of play. Cougars turned the ball over on downs their next possession. The Raiders had the end of the first quarter, by the way, a drive that went into the second. They threw a pick. Cougars ball, early second quarter, turnover on downs. Raiders next possession deep in their own at the 5-yard line. They punt the ball. Cougars get the ball back. 3 plays later, fumble. Raiders ball, deep in their own possession, own side of the field, punt the football away. Cougars then 6-play drive, little razzle-dazzle with Cameron Spaeth touchdown pass on a 4th and goal to Austin McCraven as they did the receiver reverse pass. And then McCraven, not only did he make the touchdown catch, but he ran in a 2-point conversion, made it 8-8. And the Raiders will have the end of half as their last possession of this first half of play. Game is all knotted up at 8s. 8-8. Lake Park-Audubon and Ada-Borup-West here on KRJB 106.5 FM and yourliveevent.com. Halftime report from the Linfors Agency. Linfors, your insurance source. Stick around. We'll come back with more of the halftime report, including more halftime coaches' comments right after this.
Doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
Even in today's world of instant communication and entertainment at the tip of your fingers, we can feel alone, disconnected, and detached. Whether you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health, or just the stress of everyday life, Illuma is here for you, to guide you, to help you find the light within, and instill hope for a brighter tomorrow. The light is in you. Visit illumacares.org.
I've always been more so of a caring person, I'd say. I don't know, the care aspect and being able to make a difference in their life and help them to have as normal of a life as they can. Whenever I provide care for them, I always try and like go above and beyond and like, do you need anything else? Like, can I help you do this while I'm here? And take care of all these wonderful residents, and it's really nice having such awesome residents here. I would definitely recommend a career at Benedictine of Ada.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together on an investment strategy for long-term results. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Start by giving me a call at 701-893-5648. I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back here on the halftime report from the Linfors Agency. Linfors, your insurance source. 8-8, Ada-Borup-West and Lake Park-Audubon all knotted up. And halftime coaches' comments presented by United Savings Credit Union. UnitedSavingsCU.org. Down on the field, Spencer Ribke's got the head coach of Lake Park-Audubon, PJ Peterson, for halftime coaches' comments.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach Peterson, we've seen a little bit of everything. Kevin just read off a list of all the possessions this first half. Picks, fumbles, blocked field goals, a little bit of everything. What are your thoughts on that first half?
Yeah, it's about what we expected. It's a knockdown, drag-out fight, and, they're doing some good things. We're doing some good things. They're making mistakes. We're making mistakes. We just got to get back to playing our brand of football, and we can't beat the Raiders tonight. And we're beating the Raiders a little bit too much tonight. And we just got to really protect the football, keep doing our thing on defense, and we just got to take it one play at a time this half.
Yeah, you mentioned doing your thing on defense. The Cougars are inside the 15 like 3 or 4 times and only came up with 1 score. You got to be happy with the defense there.
Yeah, our defense is playing really well with their hair on fire. They had to bust out a trick play to score there late, which it stinks. And and it's no one's fault. We just not accounting for the quarterback on that one. They called a good play in at that point. But our defense is playing really well. We got to have another good half on defense, and then our offense just needs to back them up.
Right. So going into the second half, we're having a great football game here, and your message is just control what we can control. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Play Raider football.
Yep. Control what we can control. It's about us. Play Raider football. That's all we got to do.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you.
So that's the head coach, PJ Peterson, joining us on the sidelines. The coach is joining us for the halftime coaches' comments presented by United Savings Credit Union. 4 locations to serve you. They got 2 in Fargo, 1 in Detroit Lakes, another in Dilworth. Learn about the credit union difference and unlock it today at United Savings Credit Union. They're going to launch a brand new website and mobile banking, too, starting here at United Savings Credit Union in the month of October. Getting ready for the second half of football, we thank the Linfors Agency, Foston, Bagley, Clearbrook, Ada, Monoman, and Fertile. Linfors, your insurance source, for the halftime reports. The halftime show here tonight leading an 8-8 scoreboard. 8-8 is what we've got here with Ada-Borup-West and Lake Park-Audubon getting ready for the second half of football. Our scoreboard will get updated here from Lakes Community Co-op in just a couple of seconds as we thank the fine folks that can do that and make it all happen here on yourliveevent.com. Kevin Kochman, Spencer Ribke, back in the studios at KRJB and Ada. It's Kaylin, our engineer for the action tonight, and Brielle Engelstead is here running the cameras on yourliveevent.com. As Spencer, second half of football for these two teams. We talked about it with the coaches. It's like starting fresh. Everything's all knotted up.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, Kevin, but just talking to both coaches kind of gets me fired up a little bit.
I'm amped. I know you are too, and we're ready for high school football. Get ready to go second half of action. Ada-Borup-West and Lake Park-Audubon. Our second half, the clouds are kind of taking away our view of the harvest moon, though. That's the only downside. Brielle and I have this beautiful vision of the view of the harvest moon. It was full yesterday, and now it's a sliver less. It's like 99.6% full, Spence. I mean, it's the cycle of the moon. But point is, the clouds are taking it over right now.
It's too bad.
It is really bad. It's sad. You probably wouldn't be able to see it now. Maybe not.
Barely over the top of the trees.
Okay, your angle's much different than ours up here in the booth. The Laura Tweeten Thrivent Financial Broadcast booth. Laura Tweeten. Talk to Laura about mutual funds and, of course, plan for the future with Laura Tweeten, your Thrivent representative in Ada and in Ulen. Lake Park-Audubon will tee it up. The Marcusson Accounting Service second half kickoff is about to go, as it'll be the Raiders booting the ball to the Cougars to start the second half of high school football, and the kick is away. It is another onside kick that is going to be a designed onside kick that the Cougars will jump on And Ada-Borup-West will have the football as our scoreboard is fully restored. Look at that. It's the magic of Brandon Mickelson and YourLiveEvent.com to the 48-yard line. First down and 10, Ada-Borup-West.
We love Brandon.
We do love Brandon. Thank you.
Kevin, was that a fair catch? Because if so, that's a heads-up play by Luke Finney.
Very smart. Well, we know one thing about Luke Finney. Very smart. He also had a 2-point conversion on a lateral earlier this season, Spence.
Oh, wow, I missed that.
Incredible. That was the week you had something going on. Mike Erickson was on the sidelines that night.
Speaking of Luke, better get out in the huddle.
Well, last year he was hanging out doing some filming in the press box, and now this year he's starting at left guard. And the Cougars have it first down and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Tie ball game, 8-8 to start the second half of football. Mark McCraven is in the pistol, turns and hands it to Wyatt Larson, who will be brought down in Raider territory at the 49-yard line, or they'll mark him maybe right at midfield. Either way, Larson a gain of 2 here on first down.
Number 54, Hayden Crow, the sophomore, bringing him down.
Hayden Crow, the second leading tackler in the district and having a great season. I didn't have full team numbers of first half totals for yardage and whatnot, but I had plenty of other numbers. Wyatt Larson in the first half carried it 12 times for 51 yards, and he's got it with 2 in the second half now. At midfield, second down and 8. Quarterback McCraven in the pistol. Snap, steps back, looks, will step up in the pocket, and he's going to try to get away, but he can't. He's brought down by the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders defense, and look at Colby Pagel spin him down for a loss, a sack on the play. It'll be 3rd and long.
Good play. I'm watching Colby on a lot of plays ever since that athletic interception, and it's almost like he's a quarterback spy. He's not quite rushing on that defensive end spot. He's just kind of reading the quarterback, and that time he sensed, McCraven's going to try to, did I say ope there, Kevin?
Ope.
I'm just going to take off down the middle, and he read that perfectly. Good defensive play.
It was, and so we've got ourselves now 3rd down, and after the sack, Cougars will break the huddle, 10 on the play clock. They'll come out, send receivers each way. Cameron Spaeth to the top of the screen, left of the formation. From the center, hash, back to pass. McCraven tucks it. He's going to run. He's going to look for space. He's going to cut to the outside. There's a flag down. McCraven should have a first down, but it's probably going to come back.
I think it is. I think there was a hold.
It is. A hold on Ada-Borup-West at the 45-yard line, so back at the line of scrimmage.
Yep,
so forget the play happened.
Holding 66 is the call.
Okay. So they're going to tag Ada-Borup-West with a hold that time, and that would go against the center, Corbin Tenahill, the junior. I didn't see what the Raiders did. They're going to accept the penalty, I would venture to guess. And they will, and it's 10 yards from the spot. So they're going to erase the yardage gained and go all the way back to the 36-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 22 now for Ada-Borup-West. Cougars, that is their 4th penalty for, 55 yards. 3 penalties prior, Spence, were all personal foul 15-yarders.
Wow. And Coach Peterson talked about at halftime, Raiders can't beat Raiders. And right now, the Cougars are kind of beating the Cougars.
The errors, like Coach Tinja mentioned at the first part of halftime, are coming back here for Ada-Borup-West. 3rd and 22, back to pass. McCraven going to air it out, looking for Cameron Spaeth. He readjusts, makes the catch. First down to the 35-yard line of the Raiders.
That was a well-run route. I thought it maybe could have even been defensive pass interference. And, Cameron had the 2 early drops, so it's got to feel good to bring that one in.
A 29-yard McCraven to Spaeth connection. They've connected twice through the air, McCraven to Spaeth for 59 yards, and Spaeth to McCraven once for 10 yards and a touchdown. That is a Mustang Seed first down through the air and a huge 3rd down conversion. Coming into the game, Ada-Borup-West, they've struggled on 3rd down. They were 42% conversion rate on 3rd down coming into tonight. That number's changed, but see if they can get some of that back here in the second half. 1st and 10 at the 34 of the Raiders. Handed off to Wyatt Larson. Wyatt Larson. Yeah, he stays on his feet, but there's a flag down.
That one's going to come back for a hold as well.
It's a lot going on out there, and the officials have been really active here tonight. They got to keep the guys from making those plays illegally. It's why we pay the officials to cover the game here. There's a hold against Ada-Borup-West. Bring it back from the line of scrimmage or thereabouts. Yeah, I think they'll walk it back from the line, it looks like. And they'll put the ball all the way back to the 44-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 20 now.
That one on Tate Jacobson. So, yeah, like Coach Tinjum said at halftime, we're kind of doing it to ourselves. We need to clean that up, and so far not the start the Cougars wanted.
Ball will be at the Raider 44-yard line, a 1st and 20. 9:10 remaining in this third quarter. Tie ball game, Raiders and Cougars 8-8. And last year when they played in week 1, it was the Cougars in overtime 17-14 over the Raiders. Snap, McCraven back to pass, now will step up in the pocket, get away from one, get away from another, slides ahead, gets away from another tackler, and then squeezes across the 35, the original line of scrimmage to the 34. Now a flag comes in late after some jawing and some things. And
I was just about to say, no flags on that one.
There's
and
no
then there it
flags on
is.
the play, and the officials come in. That was Mike Kolnitz, the back judge, coming in with that one. And personal foul on the Raiders of Lake Park-Audubon after the, so it'd be a late hit or some words, something to that effect. So the Raiders are tagged for the first time with some, we'll call it extracurriculars, for lack of a better word.
And if I had to guess, I think maybe 2 guys already had McCraven down, and a 3rd guy just kind of came in and put a hit on him. And I mean, kind of bang, like nothing dirty by any means.
And it came 15-yard penalty on the Raiders, just their 3rd penalty on the night, totaling 21 yards. And so you move it all the way to the 19, and it is a first down because they eclipsed the first down mark. We learned that last week official with the high school rules. See, look at us. Getting smarter every day, Spence.
Yeah, was that one thanks to Kelly Anderson?
That was correct,
Okay.
yeah. But they only needed 10 for a first down, and they got 15, therefore first down, not an automatic first down. Hand the ball off, Wyatt Larson on first down from the 19, and he is tripped up by the line of scrimmage and goes ahead to the 17. He'll get a couple on first down, a gain of 2.
Tripped up by 51 Wyatt Simon.
Yes.
And
Wyatt on Wyatt crime there.
Yeah, Coach Jorgensen really encouraging those offensive line to turn that defender, right? They're getting a little bit of push, but they're not turning him to open up that hole.
8 minutes to play in this third quarter after seeing penalties and a couple of big plays. It's 2nd and 8 for the Cougars at the Raiders 17. Tie ball game 8-8.
The O-line was getting talking to there.
Yes, they were. Split receivers to the left, one to the right, wing to the right of the formation, McCraven in the pistol. He fakes the handoff to Larson. No, gives. He does. He keeps it himself. McCraven nowhere to go. Great defense by Lake Park-Audubon. That was also a really nice fake, at least from the backside of my view anyway.
It was
Lots
a good fake.
couple, yeah.
It's like I was coached. It was called ride that running back. Like you're almost like a baseball player swinging a bat with that football in your hands. And I wasn't sure if it was Wyatt Larson or McCraven with the ball.
Good news, Spence. The moon is now much more visible for you.
There it is.
Got out of the cloud. Look at that thing. Isn't it beautiful?
That's nice.
It's the harvest moon. I've only said it a couple of times, but it's one of those deals. We have ourselves now a 3rd down and 11 for Ada-Borup-West. They've lately thrived on 3rd and long. They're at the Raider 20-yard line. They're in 4-down territory. 2 receivers left, one to the right. They're in between the hashes. At the 20. High snap, McCraven pulls it down. Looks, fires, passes, caught by Cameron Spaeth, and he's kind of wrestled to the ground at the 10-yard line. He'll be very close to a first down, maybe the 11. So we got a flag down on the Raiders.
Yep, late hit after McCraven had released the ball, number 51.
So then half the distance to the goal after the play, I do believe. We'll see.
The defensive line did come I almost thought it was a screen pass the way like the offensive line they just blew right by him. Despite that, a completion and like you said, tack on the extra yardage.
Yep, so half the distance of 5 yards. So McCraven to Spaeth for that was a gain of 9 yards. And now you get 6 yards on the penalty.
Austin McCraven takes some hits throughout a football game.
He does. It's kind of like our guy Kirk Cousins. First down for Mustang Seeds. 1st and goal, Cougars at the 6-yard line. Receivers each way. Under center for McCraven. He gives it to Wyatt Larson. He falls ahead at the 5, a gain of 1, 2nd and goal.
You don't see the Cougars go under center very often.
I think that's the first time I've seen it all season. Now, I haven't seen every single game. I did not see any plays from the Bagley game, so I can't speak to that. But, yeah, McCraven's always in the pistol or the true shotgun. And that formation, that came back when Brager was in, switching up the offense a few years back.
Coach Jorgensen, again, sending a lot of words at that offensive line. Move somebody.
Jorgie's encouraging people, huh? I like that's good verbiage, Spence. Nice job.
Yeah.
2nd and goal at the 5 for the Cougars, and McCraven is in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, looks, feels pressure, will pass. Pass is caught inside the 5 down to the 2 to Lance Kritzberger. He fell over with that catch. And it'll be 3rd and goal at the 2, gain of 3.
I need better adjectives, but Lance Kritzberger, a very athletic catch there. That was at his feet. He was running away from the pass. able to just catch that ball is huge.
It was a big play, and we've got for the Cougars now 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. The Cougars will get the play call. McCraven getting the words from Coach Tingham. The ball's technically on the 1.5-yard line, it looks like.
Well, play clock's going to be an issue here.
Yeah, well, they get to the huddle with 8 seconds. They got to break the huddle quickly, and they'll run to the line of scrimmage. Everybody will get set. Spaeth is there, and he is set. Snaps right at the zeros. Pass to the end zone, looking high in the back corner. The pass is caught by Ada-Borup-West, and it's Mason Larson with a 1-yard touchdown catch from Austin McCraven, and the Cougars have their first lead of the football game.
That was just a lofted pass by McCraven, almost a jump ball type situation, but Mason Larson, big, powerful guy, the good vertical, just put it where your guy can get it.
Score comes with 4:55 to play in this 3rd quarter, and that was McCraven to Mason Larson, 1-yard touchdown pass.
Kevin, we have Tate Jacobson getting checked out here.
Terrific sideline update there, Spence. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know if that's the appropriate time, but he's getting looked at. And
I didn't.
Looks pretty serious.
I didn't Michelle Tafoya you down there, but that's fine. That's okay. So I appreciate that because Tate is a starter on the offensive line at left tackle. McCraven will keep it. 2-point conversion. He's going to the far side, and he's in easily untouched. 2-point conversion is good. And on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard with 4:55 to play in the 3rd quarter, Ada-Borup-West 16, Lake Park-Audubon 8. KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Kyle Larson here for Franson Bank and Trust. We are a Farmer Mac approved lender that can offer operating lines of credit, land, equipment, and facility financing. Our lending experts understand the farm economy and climate in and around the Ada area. With a fast underwriting process and local decision making, you can save time on all farming and ag-related inquiries. Contact our Ada office today to learn more. Franson Bank and Trust, real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Well, the Ada-Borup-West Cougars on their first possession of the second half of football, they go 10 plays and get in the end zone on a drive of 52 yards. And it was Mason Larson from Austin McCraven on a 1-yard touchdown pass. The 2-point conversion good, and it's a 16-8 Cougars. They kick it away to the Raiders of Lake Park-Audubon. The return at the 10-yard line, and it's tackled in the back there at about the 20-yard line by Ada-Borup-West special teams. Nice tackle made, nice play made, and it is, looks like, who was that out there making the tackle? I'm just seeing.
Luke Jalbert, number 24. Could it
Jalbert?
be? I think Finney was in on that one as well.
Mm-hmm. And maybe even Connor Nelson. I saw he was kind of in the mix.
I was right listening to Coach Wallin coach him up. Stay in your lane, do your job. Stay in your lane, do your job. I think he said it about 4 times.
Well, you got to make sure the guys hear it. From their own 19-yard line, it is 1st and 10, Lake Park-Audubon, 4:50 to play 3rd quarter. The Cougars took 7 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock in that opening drive. 3rd quarter, 4:50 to play. Pitch comes near side. It's Gabe Harris. He'll cut back and into a couple of Cougar defenders as he crosses the 20-yard line to the 22-yard line. He'll pick up 3 on first down.
I love seeing a guy downfield blocking, so I got to shout it out. Number 87.
Colby Pagel.
Colby Pagel, doing a great job blocking downfield.
He's a really good football player. I remember him. Kyle Haberman was coaching the Raider boys basketball team at the time, and he said, hey, I got this kid named Colby Pagel. He's pretty good. He's pretty raw. We're going to work on him. And he kept growing up, and then Landon Schultz now coaching Colby, and same thing. He's working hard. Good post player. It turns out he can play tight end pretty well as well. 2nd down and 7 at the 22. Hand the ball off. Drew Harris stopped by the Cougar defense. That time, Mason Larson comes in with a big defensive stop. Back at the 19, a loss of 3. It's 3rd and 10.
Mason Larson is an explosive defensive end. He gets back there and disrupts things. The ball carrier caught the pitch and immediately contact.
Remember in the first half we were talking about Drew Harris was kind of, was making some flashy plays, doing some things. He had 11 carries in the first half, total of 17 yards. A couple of those plays went backwards for him in that first half. Still showing some athleticism out there, there's no question about it. Quarterback Besky's under center. He's going to turn out to the right and throw a pass. It's going to be tipped and incomplete. Intended target was Anton Wickenheiser, his favorite pass target. Wickenheiser has 2 catches today, 14 on the season. But an incomplete pass, it'll bring up 3rd and 10, make it 4th and 10, from their own 19, and a strong start for the defense of the Cougars in the second half.
I think even if that pass had been completed, it was well short of the sticks.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a pass out in the flats there, and had some space, could have maybe turned it up, but an incomplete pass it is.
Didn't see a lot of punts in the first half.
No, we did not.
Saw everything else.
The Raiders will be in punt formation. 2 punts in the first half, in fact, was all. And Luca Besky is the punter. He'll stand at the 9, and there's a flag down because I don't think they got it off in time. Or they're going to say encroachment. It's like side judge.
Wyatt jumped.
Or an offside. Okay, the Cougars had a procedural penalty here.
So the 2 punts in the first half, and now this punt, LPA goes with this, on the snap, hut, and then I don't know how else to describe it. They go in motion right on the hard count. It got him to jump.
I appreciate your efforts to explain it.
Captain Obvious, but it's you don't see a motion on a punt very often. So
No.
I mean, and when you go right on that hard count, it I guess can get a guy to jump.
Got a story to share after this. They send him in motion again. Here's the punt attempt. Besky's punt nearly blocked. It's going to take a bounce at midfield. Cameron Spaeth's going to let it roll out. It'll stop at the 41-yard line. At 3:18 to play third quarter, Cougar football leading 16-8. Cougar ball on their own 41-yard line. The 1984 Norman County West football team will be going into the Hall of Fame, Ada-Borup-West Hall of Fame this weekend. State champs, 9-man football. It was the glory days. 84 runners-up, or 83 runners-up, 84 champs, 85 runners-up in 9-man football. That 84 season, 2 losses for the Norman County West football team that season. But the talk was the Lake Park Parkers at that time. Pretty darn good football team as well back in 1984 that had gone against the Norman County West Panthers at that time. Just a quick aside.
I like it.
And Eric Smart can confirm he was there.
Fun fact, Kevin, the tee was just picked up off the field.
Fun fact, the tee was on the field for 8 minutes of clock time in this third quarter. All right. Safety first. Austin McCraven, 1st and 10, Cougar football from their own 41-yard line. They're going to reverse pass again. Cameron Spaeth now is going to tuck and run. He'll hold on, 45 up to midfield. Nowhere to go. Good coverage by the Raiders. They were not fooled. Ball got up to the 48, or 49. Gain of 8 on the play.
Very similar play to the first half touchdown play on that 4th and 10 that the Cougars ran. And, no one was open. Raiders played good defense, so Cameron made the right decision instead of forcing something to just pick up some yards with your feet.
Yep, go ahead, get running, and 8 yards it is to the 49-yard line, 2nd down and 2. 3 minutes to play, 3:05 in fact, left in this third quarter. Clock stops as Spaeth was out of bounds. It'll be the Cougars breaking the huddle, leading 16-8 over Lake Park-Audubon. Snap, hand the football off. That'll be a give to Wyatt Larson, who cuts back outside. Good blocks downfield. I saw Lance Kritzberger laying a nice block. Gabe Harris brings down the ball carrier, Wyatt Larson, down to the 40-yard line, and a first down, a gain of 11 on the play.
Wyatt Larson has been running hard all night, and he gets those shoulder pads so low. It's a hard target to tackle.
Mustang Seed first down, planting your future Mustang Seed. Scott Erickson, 218-368-5314. Talk about Mustang Seed for next year's planting. Mustang Seed wishing you a safe and successful harvest. Clock runs 2:40 to play third quarter. Ada-Borup-West football leading 16-8 over Lake Park-Audubon. Cougars have gone to the ground a lot here tonight. They had a couple of drives where they were passing significantly, but they've gone to the ground a lot here this evening. High snap to McCraven. It's over his head. He's going to scoop it up at the 45. Now back to midfield. He'll throw a pass and it is incomplete. It was going towards Mason Larson, but most importantly, no yards lost, 2nd and 10.
Incomplete pass might be the best case scenario after that. McCraven's had a few of those high snaps that he's handled tonight. That one way over the head. Just to avoid negative yards there was huge.
Austin McCraven completed just 3 passes in the first down. Can you believe that?
3 3 passes the whole first half. Is that?
Yeah. Oh. He was 3 of 14 in the first half with an interception. And let's see here, math. 65, 78 yards passing in the first half. Would have never guessed it. Long decision on the play, and the Cougars will burn a timeout. 2:21 left in the third quarter. We'll come back after this. 16-8 on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Ada-Borup-West leading Lake Park-Audubon. 2:21 to go, third quarter on KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Freedom Fuel and Shine with a timeout. Remember, for fastest pumps in town, Freedom Fuel and Shine on Highway 9 in Ada. They also have, of course, easy on, easy off for trucks and semis. Farm equipment, easy on, easy off. Gas and diesel fuel at the pumps, Freedom Fuel in Ada. It's Ada-Borup-West leading Lake Park-Audubon 16-8, 2:21 to play third quarter. Cougars a second down and 10 at the Raider 40-yard line. Quarterback McCraven is in the pistol. He'll turn, fire a pass to Cameron Spaeth in the flats. Cut it up at the 35, get away from one. He's got a first down and more. Past the 30-yard line to the 25. Stays on his feet, and he's knocked out of bounds in front of the Raider fans on that left sideline, the east sideline of the Johnson Sports Complex. Spaeth all the way up to the 25-yard line. It's 15 yards and a first down.
Interesting that, almost all night LPA has been having Colby Pagel on the wide side of the field, or often Cameron Spaeth's side of the field, to avoid those quick hitters. And that time he was on the short side of the field. Cougars go left away from him with the quick hitter and big gain.
We've got first and 10 at the Raider 25. Minute 52 to play third quarter. Cougar football leading 16-8. McCraven takes the handoff, or gives the handoff, I should say, to Mason Larson, or Wyatt Larson, who tries to cut it outside a little bit. He does get positive yardage. Long way to go for a couple of yards. It'll be second down, and I'm going to say second down and 7 maybe after a gain of 3.
Yeah, number 71, number 54 in on the tackles. I cannot find numbers. Jacob Nelson, 71.
Yep, Jacob Nelson, and 54 for the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders is Hayden Crow.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yep, you're welcome. The roster sheets are not in numerical order, and that is not the right way to do it. I'm going to have hard, strong words with Landon Schultz. You better believe it. Landon Schultz, long, strong words with you, young man. Second down and 7 at the 21-yard line for Ada-Borup-West. Hand the football off to Wyatt Larson. Wyatt ahead to the 20. He's going to gain a couple. And Landon and I, we go way back. He joined me during some section basketball tournament coverage on radio. I've not let him do the sidelines, though, Spencer, for football. And he was a Hewlin Hitterdal Spartan quarterback back in his day.
He was. I missed him by a few years. I was a few years older, but I know the name well.
Couple of yard gain for Wyatt Larson. They say stopped at the 21. So it'll be a 3rd and 5. Cougars at the Raider 21. This could be the last play of the third quarter. Cougars lead at 16-8. Maybe some confusion. They'll send 3 receivers to the left of the formation. McCraven calls for the snap. The option keeper, McCraven. He's going to cut it upfield. Bounces off of one tackler. Down inside the 15 to the 11-yard line. A first down and a gain of 10. Nice option keep by McCraven.
He's hard to bring down. Eventually, Cale Thompson did get him.
It's a very nice run. They'll run the clock here, and that'll be the last play of the third quarter. Ada-Borup-West scores in the third. It's 16-8 after 3 quarters of play. Ada-Borup-West leading Lake Park-Audubon on KRJB Radio, 106.5 FM, and yourliveevent.com. The fourth quarter on homecoming night for the Cougars coming up next. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
We will get this fourth quarter of football underway as it is Ada-Borup-West leading Lake Park-Audubon 16-8. I'll have Eric switch it to the fourth quarter. That's the only thing I've had to have him do. That's the only time. He's so on the ball all the time. Kevin Kochman, Spencer Ripke with you. Brielle Engelsted's up in the box with us on KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com. Kaylin back in the studios. Ada-Borup-West football. First down and 10 at the 11-yard line of Lake Park-Audubon. Cougars leading by a score of 16-8. McCraven looks left, back to pass, fires it high in the air. Going for Cameron Spaeth in the corner. It's incomplete and blanketed on the coverage by Lake Park-Audubon. And on the coverage that time, Spence, was Chaz Olschmid, the 6'3" senior.
Yeah, did the audio pick up there? Those guys are pumped up.
They were pumped up.
Yeah,
let's
go. Good coverage. And it was good coverage.
Yeah, hey, great defense. And the Raiders have played great defense all night. We got ourselves a football game.
And I mean, incomplete pass in the stat book for McCraven, but he put that ball right where, Cameron could potentially get it. It would have been a toe-dragging touchdown.
You got to put it where your guy can catch it, that's for sure. And Cameron's the kind of guy I'd trust that too as well. There's going to be players switching sides of the field here. Maybe a little confusion on the play call. 4 on the play clock. McCraven takes the snap. Back to pass over the middle. Looking, they had it. Looking for Kritzberger, kind of a quick look in up the middle in the seam. It's an incomplete pass, though, and it'll be 3rd and 10 at the 11.
Maybe some miscommunication. Kritzberger was open. He kind of stopped on the route, and I think McCraven thought he was going to run maybe a couple extra steps.
And so an incomplete pass it is. And so 3rd down and 10 it'll be with Ada-Borup-West at the Raider 11-yard line. Lake Park-Audubon's defense trying to stand tall. Their offense had seen the field for 3 plays in this third quarter, and that's it. They'd like to get the ball back. Their defense has to do the talking. Receivers each way for the Cougars. McCraven is in the pistol, back to pass. The lefty steps up in the pocket. Can't get away from pressure. He's brought down by the Raiders in the backfield. Sacked by Wyatt Simon, the 6'2", 240 senior.
Kevin, how great has this Raider defense been when the Cougars get inside the 15?
They are absolutely tough inside. They just simply are. Spence, they play really good defense. PJ's crew has really hung their hats on defense thus far, and that shows. They're coming off a shutout last week, but they only allow 15 points per game.
Now they have the sideline with the defense chant. Big 4th down here.
McCraven loses 2. And it is 4th down and 12, back at the 13. McCraven in the pistol, back to pass. He's looking to his right. He'll fire. It's going to be tipped, and are they just going to say incomplete? Nearly intercepted, but Drew Harris did not catch it. Ball, I don't know if it was tipped or if it was just underthrown. Incomplete it is, and it's a turnover on downs by Ada-Borup-West. 11 minutes to play in a football game, leading 16-8.
Yeah, and you don't want to intercept that there on your own 3.
No, you don't.
Not when it's 4th down and you're getting the ball at the 13.
Yeah, big difference there. And but it's also hard to teach that, right? Because you guys see the ball loose and you want to go pick that off, right? Just
true.
You have to understand and know the scenarios. And in this case, the ball was not caught, but the effort was being shown. But like you say, yeah, you'd rather have it at the 13 than the 3 if you're the defense.
And at the end of the day, another great defensive stop for the Raiders with their backs against the wall.
Luca Besky is in the pistol on a 1st and 10 from their own 13. Feeling the pressure, Besky fires a pass, and it is caught by Wickenheiser. There's flags down in the backfield. Wickenheiser to the 40-50 into the Cougar territory at the 40-yard line.
Very late flag. I mean, hardly anyone was even...
Hold on the Raiders, bring it
Ooh.
all back. Wow. Now, so I saw the initial connection. I believe it was Mason Larson.
It was Mason.
He went and just took out the running back, in that case, 81 Thompson, and just like ran right into him. Just said, hey, you might have the ball. I'm going to take you down.
Yep.
And just ran into him. His arms, he was just going for just attacking a block.
Right.
That's about where the flag happened. So I don't know if then if Thompson maybe wrapped his arms around him.
I think that's exactly what happened, Kevin.
That
It was
might have been the
almost
deal.
like Mason got tackled, which he
Yeah.
can't do.
Yeah.
The flag came very late after that collision.
Yeah. So it's half the distance to the goal instead of a 10-yard holding penalty. But it negates a play that brought the Raiders into Cougar territory. So the ball will be now at the 6-yard line. So it's first down and 16 now for Lake Park-Audubon. Back to pass Beskey. Luca Beskey in trouble. Will fire it out of bounds. And he was outside of the pocket. Not going to be any flags thrown here.
No, 81 had a great block.
Again,
Cale
he did.
Thompson
He did.
pancaked the defender. What a fun block.
So if our recognition of the play prior was worth anything, Cale Thompson just made up for it right there.
That's right.
There you go. And the guy, that's you got to put the play behind you, right? Okay, made a mistake. Let's put it behind us. He found a way to now leave his quarterback at least have some time, and it ends up being an incomplete pass here by Luca Beskey. He's 0 for 2 in the second half through the air, but he's only had, that's now the second play of the game in the second half for the Raiders. I mean, they had 3 plays in the third quarter. That's it. 16-8, Ada-Borup-West leads. 10:44 to play in this fourth quarter. And it's 2nd and 16 at the 6, and now flags. Did we have, we had a delay game.
Timeout.
Timeout before the delay game, Paul, call a timeout. So each team has 2 timeouts remaining. And on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, it's Ada-Borup-West leading Lake Park-Audubon 16-8. 10:44 to play in the game on KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Lakes Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, and businesses from Lakes Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call Lakes Community Co-op today, 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Lakes Community Co-op, your co-op in your community.
After the Raider timeout from Freedom Fuel and Shine and Ada, it is 2nd and 16, and it's going to be Gabe Harris with the carry up to the 10-yard line, and he's spun down by Lance Kritzberger, and the Cougars defense will stall him out at the 11. It's a gain of 5 yards back, so it'll be 3rd down and manageable, 3rd and 11 for the Raiders here with 10:30 to play in this ball game.
Yeah, I like that play call. I like that execution. You don't have to try and get all 16 yards there.
Just get something.
Yeah, little shovel pass, little misdirection. Lance Kritzberger made a great tackle as well.
Kritzberger did. He spun him down. It was kind of open field in that case too for Gabe Davis. Gabe Harris hasn't had a ton of touches here tonight, but in this case, he gets that one, gets positive yardage. 3rd and 11 at the 11. Raiders will break the huddle. 2 receivers split right of the formation. Beskey is in the shotgun. Back to pass. Feeling the pressure. Over the middle. Pass is going to be hauled in and caught. And it's a first down for Lake Park-Audubon. Anton Wickenheiser makes the catch across the 20 up to the 26-yard line. It's 15 yards and a beautiful pass.
Mason Larson with another big collision. Smack of the pads, blitzing in there. And the line did a good job to hold him off and give the quarterback, Luca Beskey, enough time to complete the pass, move the chains, and clock's ticking, Kevin. I don't know if there's a sense of urgency or if you can keep running the ball.
Unofficially, that was the 3rd first down of the game for Lake Park-Audubon. Unofficially, I might have missed one. Raiders 1st and 10. Beskey will turn and hand the ball off to Harris. This is Drew Harris. He zigzags his way into the middle of the defense, and he's brought down by the Cougars. In on the stop that time was coming in, flying in, making the tackle, Austin Dryden. And it'll be, for the Raiders, a nice gain on first down up to the 35-yard line, gain of 9 on the play.
Ever since that turnover on downs, I've felt the momentum shift a little bit, that momentum meter a little bit more towards the Raiders.
And they're, Cougars are playing on their heels, leading 16-8. 8:45 to play in this ball game. 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining. Quarterback Beskey turns, hands, bang! Lance Kritzberger, Superman, flew his way in and brought down the ball carrier. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, that's a big-time, high-performance play by Lance Kritzberger.
What do you do when you feel the momentum shifting the other way? Send Kritzberger on a blitz.
My goodness. He catapulted himself into the ball carrier. Harris lost 5, and he had just gotten the ball in his hands.
He almost had the quarterback before the ball was handed off. Crazy. Good speed, good timed blitz.
Well timed. Yep, well timed for sure. So a loss on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 7 at the 30-yard line. Holy cats. The homecoming king coming in big. Quarterback Beskey under center. Double wings are set for the Raiders on 3rd and 7. Thompson in the backfield. Turn, pitch at Harris. Harris going to take it on the outside. Gets one blocker ahead of him, and then he's spun down by a couple of Cougars. He ran into a whole lot of red there. Ada-Borup-West, they pursued nicely to their sidelines and brought down the ball carrier Harris. It'll be 4th and manageable for Lake Park-Audubon at the 32-yard line.
Yep, great pursuit. The Cougars turned them to not get that edge, and Ames Facino and Austin McCraven were there to make the stop. Big play call coming in here.
Yeah, this is a big play. Big play here for Ada-Borup-West defensively and for Lake Park-Audubon on the offensive side. It's 4th and 4 for Lake Park-Audubon at the 32-yard line. Quarterback Beskey is under center. Down by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. 7 minutes to go. Here's a quick little shovel pass inside. Wickenheiser, he's got a first down. He spins off a tackle. Wickenheiser stays on his feet across the 40 to the 45. Great play by Wickenheiser and a nice little, again, that little shovel pass.
Yeah, it's a nice play. You know, we talked a little bit last week, and in the NFL, you know, you talk about like linemen lining up a little bit further off the ball. The right guard on that play was back a ways, and I'm wondering to myself, is he going to pull left? And sure enough, he did. Great job lead blocking by the right guard. See if I can get a number here.
Gosh, you are just all over it. You're
71, Kevin?
71 is Jake Nelson, right tackle. 51 is the right guard. And that'd be
You're
Nelson.
right, it's 51.
Yep. 51, got it. All right, Jake Simon. Here's a handoff. That's going to be Harris up to midfield. Drew Harris. Yeah, Wyatt Simon is the guy you were referencing there. 6 foot, 240, a senior. Great play. Here's a pitch again that goes left side to the running back, Drew Harris. He's up to the 49-yard line. He's going to get 4, 2nd and 6 upcoming. By the way, 6 minutes halfway through this fourth quarter. 6:15 to play. Raiders trail 16-8. They have the ball. Lake Park-Audubon football as breaking the huddle here, or coming off the sidelines, I should say, not breaking the huddle, but off the sidelines. Coach Peterson brings the play call into Luca Beskey. Beskey to the huddle, now to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 6. A pitch, Gabe Harris, he's in trouble, gets away from one, gets away from another. Cougars come converging in, and Ames Facino brings him down. A loss on the play to the 46, a loss of 3. It's 3rd and 9.
Kritzberger came flying in. Lucas Mertz came flying in. A lot of disruptive behavior there in the backfield, and nowhere to go.
Yeah, the only time it's okay for teachers to be pleased with the disruptive behavior.
That's right.
So we've got 3rd and 9. 5:23 to play on homecoming night for Ada-Borup-West. The Cougars lead the Raiders 16-8. Raiders are faced with a 3rd and 9 on their own 46-yard line. See what they dial up. Beskey in the pistol formation. He'll turn. He will feel the pressure, and he will fire. Pass is caught. Wickenheiser again in the open field. Wickenheiser 30, 25. Cougars force a fumble. They got it. Ada-Borup-West has recovered the fumble after the forced fumble by the defense.
Charlie Shaw. That is a heads-up play when you're chasing someone down. Smack that ball, punch it, rip it, do whatever you can. Chasing him down from behind forces the fumble. And too bad for the Raiders, because that was going to be a great positive play.
34 yards. and they had a first down and more, but then a fumble. And the game has been about the turnover. I mean, all game long, it's been about the turnover. And for the Raiders, Spence, talk about this here. This is in the fourth quarter with now 5 minutes to play. That was a fumble by Wickenheiser. That is the fourth turnover today for Lake Park-Audubon. The Cougars have 2 turnovers in the game.
Okay.
What did we talk about with that turnover ratio?
Well, Coach Tinjum mentioned every game so far this year that they've won the turnover battle, they've won the game.
Cougars have the ball on their own 22-yard line. McCraven going to keep it himself. McCraven up the middle, 30-yard line, crossing the 30 up to the 33, make it 32-yard line. He should have a first down. He's going to be very close if not.
Drew Harris got the tackle.
Raiders has first down, 10-yard run there by the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. They have absolutely controlled time of possession in the second half, and they have, of course, with that, now also forced a turnover big. And that was a senior Charlie Shaw making a senior kind of play there, Spence.
Yeah, and kind of a wind out of the sails type play.
Big time. Yeah, the Raiders defense, they've had their backs against the wall. They need to make a play now, right? Raiders D needs to stand up here, see if they can do so.
Right, you see some head hanging, and it's too early for that. I mean,
2 timeouts
couple
remaining.
stops.
Yeah,
right?
4:25 left and 2 timeouts remaining. McCraven fakes a pass right, then goes up the middle and barrels over a couple of defenders and is just kind of patient with that run to the 39-yard line. He'll get 7 on first down. Sometimes you just got to keep the ball, and McCraven did that, found himself some yardage as the Cougars are now facing a 2nd and 3, and there is no rush to get the play in for Ada-Borup-West. They are in control right now on their home field.
That's right, and I think if you're going to keep getting 7 yards on that, I mean, you might keep going with that quarterback draw.
Yeah, they might. They just might. Hold on to the football if you're the Cougars, and the Raiders got to try to poke that one free just like the Cougars did to you moments ago. A 2nd down and 3 at the 39-yard line. McCraven in the pistol formation. Pitch right side. That's Wyatt Larson. He's got a first down and a stiff arm to go along with it. Emphatically runs across the 45-yard line and is brought down at the 47. It's a gain of 8 and a first down. Clock will run.
Did he get tackled in bounds, Kevin? I couldn't tell.
I thought it did, but I can't be for sure either.
Okay.
We'll see. They stop. The clock would stop anyway, and I think he must have got out of bounds. Eric, am I right there? No, I don't know. No, he did not. I don't know. We're waiting for the officials. We don't know. Nobody up here knows. It's okay. If we had a flag, we'd have thrown it on ourselves. There he is. He was in bounds.
Okay.
He was in bounds. They were just getting I knew it the whole time. Right side hash. 1st and 10 from the 47 for the Cougars. 3:18 to play. McCraven keeps it. McCraven space. Crossing the 40, stays on his feet, holds onto the ball across the 40-yard line and down at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and another checked out. Not a gain of 15 and a first down.
The Cougars are kind of going to that same play, just Austin McCraven up the middle.
And that was first down number 17 tonight. First downs are brought to you by Mustang Seed. Planting your future, Mustang Seed. Ball is at the 36 of the Raiders with 2:50 to go. Cougars lead it 16-8. And it's been a grind-out kind of football game. Kind of expecting this, Spence. We were talking about it. And I know Coach Peterson and the Raiders have been really looking forward to this one, hoping they could overcome what happened last year in overtime here. A loss 17-14 and another close ball game. They're trying to get the ball back from Ada-Borup-West with 2.5 to play. First down. Cougars nearly lost on the handoff there. Wyatt Larson does spin. And we're going to see some more whistles. Do we have a flag coming? Yes, I saw some extracurriculars happening. Larson up to the 34. It's a gain of 2, but see what the flag is about.
I don't know.
Weiser is together. He's having some conversation. They're talking. I thought I saw some arms being swung. I'll say that. That's what I thought I saw. Don't take me for gospel. That's what I thought I saw.
So we might see an
Dave
ejection
Dahl says
here.
I saw it right. I'm not sure. Ryan Weiser, the official, unsportsmanlike conduct on Ada-Borup-West and on Lake Park-Audubon. They'll offset, and coaches will get a quick little word from the officials for the players. So an offsetting penalties for a little extracurriculars.
Okay. And I mean, it has been two very evenly matched teams tonight.
Hey, okay, Lake Park-Audubon went up to Red Lake County, gave the Rebels the best game the Rebels have seen all season. Red Lake County, Mahnomen Waban unbeaten's playing tonight on yourliveevent.com and on our KRJM radio as well. Raiders hungry. They're a hungry bunch. They're 2-2, and this is their final games of the season are I mean, they could go flip the script. They could be 6-2 or 2-6. Just depends on how it goes. They're a very strong football program, and Ada-Borup-West here too. So in this case, Wyatt Larson gets the 2 yards, and it's second down. 2 minutes to play in a game after the offsetting penalties. Back to pass. No, McCraven is brought down. No, he got away. McCraven snuck away from the tacklers and down the sidelines. McCraven, touchdown. Cougars, 46 yards to the house.
Great job of running by McCraven. That's the nail in the coffin, I think.
36-yard touchdown run for Austin McCraven. Wow. He got out of the pile, and he sprung the way to the end zone with 1:46 to play.
A lot of great blocking. I didn't see the numbers, but I'm assuming receivers. Great blocking downfield.
McCraven goes 36 yards, touchdown run. And for the Cougars now, they will be going for 2, I do believe.
He was bottled up there, Kevin.
Yeah, he was in a pile and somehow got out. He just got out of the pile and away he went. Touchdown. That was an incredible play. 2-point conversion pass attempt, incomplete, looking for Kritzberger. And on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, it's Ada-Borup-West 22, Lake Park-Audubon 8 with 1:46 to play on KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Linforce Insurance Agency in your viewing area if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Well, for the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, they found themselves into the end zone once more. A drive that they could kind of, so to speak, ice the ball game away the way that they've been playing. They do that. 5-play drive, and Austin McCraven goes to the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown run. 2-point pass failed, and it's 22-8 now in favor of the Cougars. Raiders will be receiving the football. 1:46 to play. And Spencer, we were just saying about the play. McCraven was nearly sacked in the backfield, or brought down to the backfield. And he got out of a pile and then squirted out, found his way all the way to the end zone with speed. And that was one heck of a football play by McCraven, who's really offensively and defensively has had a very special game again.
Yeah, his number was called a lot on that drive, too. And 3-4 guys had him in the backfield. Somehow he squeaked out of there.
He did. Oh, excuse me. Let me squeeze right past you. And he does. A bounding kick that I think the Cougars recover it. Did Ada-Borup-West just get that ball?
Oh, we got flags here, Kevin. Late stuff going on. I think the Cougars got it.
I thought maybe the way that it ended up, that the Cougars maybe ended up with the football. I didn't have binoculars, so it was the naked eye from a long way to go. Personal foul, and this is something that's eating on the Cougars. Personal foul on Ada-Borup-West. There's too much extracurriculars, and the cleaning it up factor goes a long way here. Someone's getting the tee, by the way, thankfully. I was worried about that again, but you're trying to kind of get a gleam for what's going on down there, just some extra talk. But,
yeah. I think the Cougars had assumed it was a personal foul the other way. And I actually thought the Cougars had landed on the ball as well.
See, I thought they did too.
I'm just wrong on everything here.
Apparently you and I are just not great at that, but that's fine. Ball will be on the 41-yard line of their own 41, and another penalty on Ada-Borup-West. And cleaning up the extra stuff, my heavens, is certainly true. We'll talk about that in the post-game report. Luca Beske going to be getting away from one tackler, gets away from another, and now he's brought down. Charles Shaw coming in late there, and just relentless pursuit to the quarterback. Charlie Shaw brings down Beske, a loss to the 39-yard line. In tonight's game, been physical, been wearing, Spencer. You've been in contact like that before where the game is just a whole lot of emotion, and you got to, as a player, find a way to hone it in as a timeout is being called here.
That's right. Got to keep the emotions in check.
So Beske's down, a loss of 3 on the play. Timeout Raiders. They have 1 timeout remaining. Minute 23 to go. Cougars 22, Raiders 8. Timeouts are brought to you by Freedom Fuel and Shine, Highway 9 Ada. We're back after this.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Performance Ag west of Borup is locally owned and operated and ready to serve the area farmer. They offer these products for the upcoming season: seed, chemicals, dry and liquid fertilizer, and application services. When we're talking seed from Performance Ag, they'll provide growers with corn, soybean, sunflower, small grain, sugar beet, or other seed that you plant on your farm. Thank you for your business from Performance Ag west of Borup.
Anton Wickenheiser with a pass in the flat from Beske. Great play by the Raiders, dialing it up when they need it. Crossing midfield to the 49-yard line. First down and a gain of 12 yards.
Casper Kritzberger on the tackle, and we're in hurry-up mode.
Yes, we are. Raiders have 1 timeout remaining, and they're going to hustle to the line of scrimmage after that loss of 2. Now first down is a back to pass. Beske, nowhere to go. Mason Larson is there with the Cougars. Also in on the stop there is Charles Shaw. And Beske goes down, a loss to the 45-yard line.
Great job by Mason. Here's another penalty, Kevin.
Oh, really?
A late one.
Another one, huh? Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Raiders this time. Okay, for both teams, boy, guys, yeah, we just gotta, it's hard. I don't know the right answer. I'm sitting on a fence here, but I know the right answer is everybody could just play so nicely and cleanly, it'd be just fine, but that's not how it goes sometimes.
That's right.
So it is a penalty on the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders. That is their second personal foul penalty on the night. Cougars have 5. Timeouts are brought to you by Freedom Fuel and Shine, Highway 9 Ada. Don't forget about the pet wash. Don't forget about the car wash and the fastest pumps in town. Spence, we were just talking about it. I'm just going to share the number, and then we'll let you believe this or think about it on your sidelines as a fan. 5 personal foul penalties on Ada-Borup-West tonight. Now 2 against the Raiders. And I would argue that 1 is too many. You get 1 personal foul penalty that was a face mask personal foul, right?
Yep.
That was not
Maybe
intentional.
Inadvertent,
right? Yeah. And just it becomes an aggressive when it's a hard pull. 4 out of the 5 for the Cougars have been extracurriculars.
Yeah, you have to clean that up.
You just have to.
You don't want a reputation that's what your team is about, right? The culture and everything. And, hopefully the coaching staff and even just the guys can kind of clean that up.
You'd hope so. For the Raiders, now that's 2 on them in that department. I know Coach Peterson's not going to be pleased with that either. Second down and now 30 for the Raiders. See how much it doesn't help you when things like that happen. Pressure from the Cougars are blitzing. Beske's going to fire a pass, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Drew Harris over the middle. And mostly, I'm just thinking about Beske. And Spence, I played a little quarterback, not to the same level you did. When you're in the midst of pressure like that, and Beske did the best thing he could, which was step up.
Yeah, I mean, again, Mason Larson just blowing things up in the backfield, avoided it, actually put the ball right on the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He had his receiver streaking across the middle of the field and gave Drew Harris a chance, but good quarterback play.
Absolutely. We've got 3rd down and 30 for the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders. 58 seconds to play. Back to pass. Beske will pass into the flats, and it's caught. Drew Harris makes the catch. He's down at the 35-yard line, so he gets 5 yards on the play. Not going to be enough for much, but it's something.
The Cougars are just blowing up the offensive line right now.
Hey, when you talk about being ahead and are you playing prevent defense or what are you doing? I tell you what, the Cougars are not playing prevent. There was a 4th down play, and the Raiders throw it out of bounds, and that's going to be the ball game. There's some players doing some handshaking out there, and that's nice to see.
That is.
After this one, to see some guys saying, hey, nice, good game, there's some sportsmanship out there, which is real positive.
Yes.
The incomplete pass will give the Cougars an opportunity to get victory formation out there and wrap up the football game here on homecoming. What a game it's been tonight. A grinded-out win for Ada-Borup-West at home on homecoming against a very tough Lake Park-Audubon football team. As McCraven will take the snap, and he will put a knee to the turf. And he may need to do one more. I don't think so. I think he should be able to wrap it up. I think it's 40 on a play clock, so that should be it. Good to see you, Trev. Appreciate you up here in the booth. 22-8. The Ada-Borup-West Cougars are going to have homecoming victory here this evening on KRJB Radio 106.5 FM and yourliveevent.com. The final score on the Lakes Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard, the Cougars 22, the Raiders 8. Stay tuned. Post-game report coming up on KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Rural Enrichment and Counseling Headquarters, also known as REACH, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. That's their slogan, and it says it all. REACH is a multi-agency human service center that helps families and individuals with counseling, food services, and help and support during the holidays. Things such as the backpack program, food for kids during the weekend, and a holiday meal during Thanksgiving and Christmas are just a few of the things that REACH can do. Check them out at ruralenrichment.org or visit their secondhand stores in Holly and Hendrum.
At Valley Vision Clinic, they are dedicated to providing high-quality optometry services in a comfortable environment. The friendly staff is available to answer questions about the services they provide, as well as scheduling, insurance coverages, frames and lens options, and more. Valley Vision will take both eye emergencies and scheduled appointments. They offer vision financing options and will work with vision insurance providers to ensure good eye health and vision care for all their patients. Call 784-4091 for Dr. Dave Salsing and staff at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's cleaner with Gleaner and less money, too. Find the savings on Gleaner combines at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9, North Ada. Now, listen to this. 0.99% interest, less than 1% interest, 0.99 interest for 5 years on all new Gleaner combines, or choose 0% interest for 24 months. These Gleaner combines are getting raving reviews from the demonstrations and from those who have purchased Gleaner combines this summer. Gleaner combines from Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9, North Ada.
John, Wayne, and Marissa at the Ben and Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead take this time to wish all farm families and farm workers throughout the area a safe and successful harvest. Keep safety in mind when you're out on and around the tractors and trucks and other machinery in the fields and around the farm this harvest season. Don't cut corners when it comes to safety. It could cost a life. John, Wayne, and Marissa at Ben and Hoagland Agency thank you for your business, and they remind you if you have any questions about crop insurance, call or stop and visit with them. The Ben and Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead.
Well, the final tonight on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, Ada-Borup-West, a 22-8 win over Lake Park-Audubon in high school football. As we recap the ball game, let's get into our post-game report from Home Crown Realty and homecrownrealty.com, licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota. Eric Smart, Brandon Dahl can go to work for you when you're buying or selling real estate. Trust Home Crown Realty, homecrownrealty.com. The post-game summary from the Benedictine Living Community of Ada. Benedictine, the Living Community, Ada, strength together, a trusted name in senior living in our game summary tonight. Well, it was a tie ball game at the end of the first half, and we talked about how the first half unfolded. Raiders turned the ball over. Cougars had the ball, had a kick, a field goal attempt blocked. Raiders then fumbled their next possession. Cougars threw an interception. Raiders scored a touchdown. Cougars return it over on downs. Raiders have a drive to end the first quarter, go into the second, ends on an interception. Cougars then turn the ball over on downs after a long drive. Raiders would punt, Cougars would fumble, Raiders would punt. Cougars would then score before halftime as it was Spaeth to McCraven on a fourth down conversion. Touchdown would count. End of half, 8-8, we're all tied up. Harris, by the way, Drew Harris, a 4-yard score for the Raiders in the first quarter. So then the Cougars get the ball in the second half, third quarter, 10-play drive, 52 yards. McCraven to Mason Larson on a 1-yard touchdown pass. 2-point conversion was good, 16-8. Raiders got the ball 3 and out. So they had 3 plays in the third quarter. Cougars then turned the ball over on downs on their next drive that carried from the third quarter into the fourth. Raiders would get the ball back. 11-play drive. It started on their own 13. Big play down the field on the 34-yard connection. Charlie Shaw came on the backside and knocked the ball out of Anton Wickenheiser's hands. Turned the ball over. Cougars ball. That was the 4th turnover by the Raiders in the game. And so then it was Ada-Borup-West getting the ball back and rumbling down the field, 5 plays, and it was a special play by Austin McCraven, a 36-yard touchdown run. He looked bottled up. He ends up scoring. And then Raiders would have it back, and they would turn the ball over on downs. Cougars kneeled it out, and that's the final. 22-8, Ada-Borup-West improves to 4-1, the number 10 ranked team in Class A football this week. The Lake Park-Audubon Raiders dropped to 2-3. That's a very good 2-3 football team, folks. Raiders next week, by the way, are at Polk County West. Then they're home against Mahnomen Waban and home against Bagley to wrap up the regular season. So tough sledding for the squad, but some great contests coming up. Stick around. That's the game summary from the Benedictine Care Community Mission Court campus of the Benedictine Living Community of Ada. Our stars of the game are coming your way next from American Federal Bank in Ada and Peter Jacobson Construction, LLC. Stick around. Ada-Borup-West with the win over Lake Park-Audubon 22-8. KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
The Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead provide great places for seniors to live. They emphasize choices, independence, and provide services as directed by residents. They're also great places to work, where employees find not only a job, but also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Before we get into post-game stars of the game from American Federal Bank and Peter Jacobson Construction, LLC, down on the field we have, after the Ada-Borup-West 22-8 win over Lake Park-Audubon, Spencer Ribke is with the head coach of the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders, P.J. Peterson.
Thanks, Kevin. Yep, here with Coach Peterson. Coach, the momentum had swung back your way, only down 16-8, and then the big fumble. You want to talk about the turnovers at all tonight? It was probably the thing that cost you at the end of the day, right?
You know, we made a few too many mistakes, and they made more plays than us. We played hard. You know, we just got to fine-tune those things. I'm proud of the way our guys fought. We fought to the bitter end. You know, we fine-tuned some of those mistakes on turnovers and everything. You know, maybe get ourselves a chance at the end there. But other than that, we played so hard tonight against a really good football team, and it's good to get tested at this point of the season. And we just got to fine-tune those things and get better next week.
Yes, and two evenly matched teams. We talked about it a few times on the air. And again, at halftime, we talked about your big defensive stops inside the 15. You had another one or two there in the second half. You got to be proud of the defense for, 90%, if not more, of the game.
Yeah, our defense played really hard tonight. They played a little too much. We got to get some drives going on offense. We got to figure some things out there. They had a really good scheme defensively, took away some of our bread and butter plays, and we got to find some wrinkles that we need to get better at this week, and we need to know that that's coming, and we need to prepare for it.
Coach, and I've noticed just from meeting you tonight, you really fire up your team, and they're going to run through a brick wall for you, and they're going to need that coming down the stretch now in the next two games. Two tough opponents coming up. What are your thoughts going into those big games? I believe Park-Audubon-West and Mahnomen-Waubun?
Yep. Yeah, two big opponents. Two of the staples in this area that we got. We have a tough district. We play every single year, but the guys believe, and that's the biggest thing. We got guys that are all in, and we talk about being relentless. We're still trying to get better at that relentless part of our attitude. And I mean, we showed it, but now we need to start finishing some games, and we're going to continue to get better at that. And we got Polk County, and we beat them last year, but they're going to remember that, so they're going to play hard. We got two physical opponents. That's kind of the style we like, but we got to be fired up, and we got to get better, and we got to be physical this week.
Right, and I mean, your guys believe they can beat anyone, and they're in the games, right? And that's a positive thing going forward.
Yeah, it's a positive thing building what we're building here, but we just need to finish these games now. And we proved that we can contend with these guys, and we can play till the 4 quarters of football, play to the very end, but we got to start finishing them, and that's the next step that we need to climb over here down the stretch of the season going into the playoffs, so we can get ready and get a good position and do some damage in our section.
Sure. Thanks for the comments, Coach, and good luck the second half of the season here.
Thank you.
That is P.J. Peterson, head coach, Lake Park-Audubon Raider football, as the Raiders fall tonight to the Ada-Borup-West Cougars 22-8 on KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com. Stick around. A post-game show, Stars of the Game. Our post-game report, by the way, is from Homecrown Realty and HomecrownRealty.com. Stars of the Game are brought to you by American Federal Bank at Ada and Peter Jacobs in Construction of Halstead. We'll be back with that in our interviews next.
Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. christianmotors.com, christiancarsonline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
Ada Building Center LLC welcomes you to discuss your plans and ideas for your new farm buildings, homes, garages, storage sheds, or other buildings you want at the lake, on the farm, or in town. Floor to ceiling, walls to roof, Ada Building Center LLC will assist in making your construction plans, providing quality project materials and free delivery to your job site. For updates and repairs, they have all the doors, windows, cabinets, and supplies you need. Ada Building Center LLC, 218-784-3661, Highway 200 East edge of Ada.
Post-game report here on KRJB Radio and YourLiveEvent.com as the final here tonight on KRJB 106.5 FM and YourLiveEvent.com. Ada-Borup-West 22-8 winners over the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders. The Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds, they remain unbeaten. Thunderbirds' homecoming win over Red Lake County, 30-8, the final score there, as we'll get down to the field with the post-game coaches' comments. Post-game coaches' comments as we zip that camera on head coach of Ada-Borup-West, Paul Tingham, and Spencer Ribke. Spencer's got the coach after a homecoming win, 22-8 over Lake Park-Audubon.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tingham. Coach, it was ugly at times. Came away with a win, though. What are your thoughts on the game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we came away with the win. Second half, we played a little cleaner on offense than we did the first half. Still, I think we for sure left one touchdown on the board there in the early fourth quarter. But yeah, I mean, we're happy we got the win. Lake Park-Audubon's definitely a quality football team. They're physical, and got some playmakers, and they're a good football team. So, nothing came easy for us tonight. Part of that's because of how good they are and how well they played and how hard they played. But yeah, we definitely feel like we left some points on the board on offense. Defensively, for the most part, I thought we played pretty darn good. Didn't give up a whole lot. They got a couple of longer passes there, but one of them, obviously Charlie made a huge play and stripped it, and we recovered it to not seal the game, but put us in a position to seal the game. Then we sealed it with that next drive there with on the ground. Obviously, we were going to keep the ball on the ground there and run the clock as much as possible, and I think Austin kind of broke a tackle there and went all the way on that one. So, yeah, we're happy with the win, but we're happy with the win. We're happy with the effort, but we know we can still play better, especially offensively.
Sure. And Coach, next week now, going into Monaga, do you know anything about them? What's that going to look like?
Not really. We have not played them ever, so I've seen a little bit of film on them when we're getting ready for other teams because they played against them. But we got film obviously on Huddle, and we'll watch it and figure out what we got to do. And it's a 2-hour drive over there, 2-hour drive back. So hopefully we can regroup, watch film Monday, fix the mistakes we had, take care of the ball better, make a few more plays, and if we do that, we'll be fine. I think we just got to worry about ourselves and get better right now. We just we're doing a lot of good things, but there's just little things here and there we got to fix, and if we can do those things, we're gonna be quite good. But if we keep sputtering a little bit on offense, we're kind of average when we do that. But the potential's there for us to break out. So I'm really looking. I was hoping tonight would be a big breakout game offensively, but we had a ton of yards, but we didn't finish the drives and put more points on the board. So hopefully next week we can really have a breakout game on offense and keep playing the defense we've been playing here. So if we do that, we'll be very happy, and we'll have a long ride home, but a happy ride home. So it's good to play a different team too. Never played Monaga, so it's nice to play somebody different for sure, because you play with the same teams every year in your district, and you know each other so well, and it's kind of a against the really good teams. Every game turns into a physical battle like tonight, and last week against Park-County West, and before that Ada-Borup-West. It's just physical football and battle. So it's gonna be nice to see a new face and a new helmet out there instead of the same old people we see all the time. And the week after that, we're back to the same old. But
right.
It's gonna be nice to play new blood, honestly. But yeah, we're happy with the win, but we got to keep improving.
All right, Coach. Thanks for the comments. Good luck next week.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, appreciate that, Spence. Spencer Ribke and head coach of Ada-Borup-West football, Paul Tingham, joining us in the post-game report. Post-game report from Home Crown Realty and homecrownrealty.com. Spencer's going to track down the stars of the game, and we'll come back finally and have those conversations. Stars of the game from the folks at American Federal Bank in Ada and from Peter Jacobson Construction LLC Halstead. Stick around. The stars of the game are coming your way next on KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Here we go with our post-game report from American Federal Bank in Ada and Peter Jacobson Construction LLC. Down on the field, Spencer Ribke's got stars of the game.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Yeah, just joking around with these guys here, but on a serious note, Charlie, 16-8, LPA is marching down the field. Big play coming. You made a great defensive strip to force that fumble. Want to walk us through that play a little bit?
Yeah, they just ran a pass across the middle. I was a weak side safety, so I turned around, I saw it go across the middle. I think there was a missed tackle there, a hard tackle to make. But he's coming right towards me. He didn't see me. He was looking upfield. But I started running behind him. I don't think he knew I was right behind him, and then I just grabbed his shoulder and smacked at the ball as hard as I could.
Kind of textbook, right? Is that kind of the kind of thing you practice ever when you're going through defensive drills?
Oh, yeah, we do a turnover circuit every Thursday on our game day practices, so we practice that every week. So
good. And Charlie, then we're usually talking about our offensive plays, but like the plays when I'm thinking of you tonight, it's all defense. And you had a couple plays where you're coming in, I don't know if it was off a blitz or what, and just kind of big contact blowing up the plays, maybe coming right at some offensive linemen. Talk about some of the other defensive plays you made tonight.
Yeah, so I'd come in on our 4-2-5 set and play that weak safety. And yeah, we would switch to a dime package late in the game because obviously they needed to score, so we knew they were going to pass. Then out of that, I didn't really need to be in coverage because we had our extra free safety. So I was just coming on a blitz off the backside and just trying to make a play, maybe force a fumble on the quarterback or at least blow up the play.
Sure, and then one thing I noticed that you guys do really well as receivers on this Cougar football team is blocking downfield. Is it hard to not turn around and see what's going on behind you, or you're just like, it's in your head that much, I got to keep blocking my guy?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about blocking all the time. Obviously super important. It can turn those 10-yard gains into touchdowns and stuff. And then I actually think I could have done a lot better blocking. It was so hard. I felt like our running backs, they kept bouncing out, but we'd call like a 34, and I'd be blocking to the outside. I'd push them right into them. So I thought I could have done a little better, but I mean, I try my best to stay with it. At least if I push him into him, at least I'm trying to make a play. And maybe sometimes if I'm pushing him down, he's not going to make the tackle at least.
Sure, always something to improve on, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good job tonight, Charlie. Charles Shaw. Star of the game, Kevin?
I like to go Charles Shaw. Yeah, I like to work with Charles.
Yeah, we mix it up.
It's all fine. Everybody has it. Ozzy, Austin, whatever you want to say. He had a pretty good football game. Mr. McRaven's going to join you, too.
Yeah, here we have Austin McRaven. So you get 4th and 10 on the goal line, and coach draws up a play where you actually get to catch a touchdown. What's that like as the quarterback?
Yeah, that's fun. Played a lot of receiver last year, so I can go out there and catch the ball. And I don't know, I just slipped out there and no one really went with me, so I was wide open in the back of the end zone.
It was a good play call.
Yeah, it was. Kind of got them on the toss. They all fell for that, and then no one went with me, so I was right there.
And nice to get in the end zone because the offense did stall out a few times, right? I mean, is that what it felt like? We were getting so close. The Cougars are kind of getting inside the 10 or the 15 and only to turn it over on downs. Maybe frustrating at times for the offense?
Yeah, I feel we got down within the 10 pretty easily, but once we got down there, we kind of struggled a little bit to punch it in. I think a lot of that is, I don't know, I got to make some better reads on pass plays. That'll kind of come with reps. I think I got quite a long way to go on that still.
Well, and then maybe some film, right? And cleaning it up it's always like, I was just talking to Charlie, always something to improve on. Let's talk about your defense, too. You have, Kevin, how many interceptions is Mr. McRaven here on the season now? I don't know what Kevin's doing. You had a couple big defensive plays tonight. What's that like when the other team, they're dropping back to pass? Are you thinking interception right away? You ball hawking? What's going through your mind?
Yeah, it's just kind of staying over the top, trusting my teammates to make them throw it over the top so I can go get it, and just getting that read, trusting D-line linebackers will take care of run, and I'll kind of sit back there waiting for a pass, and they'll throw it up, and I'll go get it.
Okay, last question, because Kevin and I both thought you were absolutely bottled up on that last rushing touchdown. There's like 4 guys. We thought you were sacked for a loss. You turned that into a touchdown. How did that happen?
I'm not really sure what happened there. I kind of stopped running, trying to stay in bounds, and no one really hit me, so I just kind of
snuck out of there.
Slow spin move, not really trying to, and got out of there somehow I don't know, teammates just keep locking through the whistle, so
Absolutely.
make it easy to get through that.
And then you got 6 points on the board, and that was kind of what sealed it. So good job tonight, Austin. Well done. Enjoy the homecoming dance.
Thank you.
There you go. He can get the dance on. That's always important. As our post-game stars from American Federal Bank and Ada, Peter Jacobson Construction, LLC. And I want to do this. I want to say this is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Enbridge Energy, life takes energy. Enbridge Energy with our star Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, and that's Lance Kritzberger. And he's got to crown that guy.
This guy right here, Player of the Game.
Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. How is that possible, right?
Yeah, King Lance. We interviewed Izzy at halftime, but we thought you maybe had some other things on your mind at that time. Lance, on defense, some well-timed blitzes, kind of getting tackles all over the field, blowing up some offensive linemen, disrupting plays. Talk us through your defensive performance tonight.
I read lineman good. I think our D-line played amazing, especially Wyatt and Mason. They contained amazing tonight, and that really helped me, Ames Jackson, get good reads from the linebacker spots, and we were able to go and make a lot of plays tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Lance, let's shift gears. Let's talk about homecoming. I talked about it on the air at halftime. You came in and read to my class this week and selected by your peers and the underclassmen as the homecoming king. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I kind of feel like they look up to me in a way, and that means a lot to me, and thank you guys for voting for me, I guess. And this year was a lot of fun homecoming-wise. So, yeah, let's go have a lot of fun at the dance.
Absolutely. And then, Lance, congrats on that. Maybe just last question, what's one thing that you think the team needs to clean up between now and next week going to Monaga?
We got a lot of personal fouls. Flags killed us tonight. And offense, we moved the ball really well, and we just couldn't really finish in the end zone. Yeah. And I think we just need to work on finishing. And if we get that down, we should be a lot of fun this year. So, thank you.
Definitely. Good job tonight. Congrats on the homecoming accomplishment. I don't know if it's accomplishment.
Sure.
You're right. You are a leader. The kids look up to him, Kevin.
Yeah.
Lance Kritzberger, player of the game.
Yeah, Enbridge Energy player of the game, Lance Kritzberger. There you go. And now down on the field, last week we missed this guy a lot. And it was quite emotional for many people last week. And he's done this to us twice now in his career, Spence. Brendan Fetting is joining us in the postgame. We'd like to have him wearing pads, but we're just happy he's with you. So let's have a little chat with senior Brendan Fetting.
Brendan likes to give us scares. I don't know. He's in it for the dramatic effect. I don't know. It's just good to see you out here. Do you want to talk about what's been happening the last week or two?
Yeah, so basically practice, 2 weeks ago, I went down with a stroke. And then they sent me to Fargo. They haven't figured out what caused it, but they're looking at my heart right now.
Okay, and Coach said how that's kind of had an impact on the guys. I think last week they were fired up to play for you, but at the same time kind of missing you on the defensive side, on the ball-carrying side. I know there's probably no timeline right now. You'd probably love to be in there tonight.
Yeah, it would have been awesome, but unfortunately I don't know when I'm going to be back yet, so might not get come back, but
you're feeling good.
Yeah, feeling great.
That's the main thing. We're really happy. We were so happy that you're on the field tonight. Even without the pads, I think that means a lot to your teammates. So stay healthy. Stop scaring people.
Yeah, I definitely got to stay healthy. When I got home, everyone was like, no more. You can't. Definitely no more. So, yeah. Try to stay healthy.
Mom said this is the last time.
Yeah, Mom said no more too, so.
All right, well, keep being a leader out there for the young kids and for your teammates, and good luck the rest of the season. If you don't play, you don't play. You got other sports. You got your whole life ahead of you, right? If you get back, that's great too.
Yeah. Just my safety is more important than playing football right now, so we're going to definitely key on that right now.
Yep, and you're still important to the team even when you're not in there with pads, right?
Yeah.
All right, keep being a good leader. Good job tonight, coaching from the sidelines.
He was doing that. Spencer, thanks for chatting with the guys, and come on up to the booth, my man. Good work. Spencer Ribke down in the field with Brendan Fetting joining us. Brendan gave everybody a heck of a scare, and Spencer's getting tackled here at the midfield stripe. Good to see that too. Brendan gave everybody a pretty big scare last week, and to the Fetting family and to everyone, we're grateful and happy that Brendan's doing well, and that was. Hopefully that brought a little peace to a lot of folks in the community that were dealing with a lot of emotions last week with Brendan. But glad to see him here tonight, and we're happy. Appreciate you coming up, Brendan. We will continue on with more of our postgame report from Home Crown Realty, homecrownrealty.com. A few other accolades and stats to get to on this Friday night homecoming victory for Ada-Borup-West over Lake Park-Audubon, 22-8 on KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
This is Bruce Visser of Visser Grading. Myself, Becky, and Adam wish the Cougars good luck. My family and Visser Grading thank you for allowing us to be maintaining your roads. Thanks for listening to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated from Visser Grading, a proud sponsor of the area schools. Visser Grading says give it your all in the academics, athletics, and the arts. Being involved in your school and its activities promotes teamwork that will guide you towards success. Visser Grading wishes all students the very best in all of their activities. Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger, Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Home Crown Realty post-game reports here on KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com. The guys that were digging in the trenching here tonight, Visser Trenching, they too dig in the trenches, and they want to, of course, salute you. All the people that were digging here tonight, I thought just not even the trenches, not even linemen tonight, guys that were really digging. I thought the linebacking core was huge at both sides of the field. We saw just a flat-out physical football game here tonight, and the Digging in the Trenches award from Visser Trenching. They, of course, deliver rock, gravel, sand, dirt for your projects, and, of course, they get it done, excavating work as well. Good luck to all area teams from Visser Trenching. Here in our post-game report, RDK Enterprises with our Precision Player of the Game. RDK Enterprises, Precision Player of the Game, planterdoc.com. Thank you to area growers for your trust in RDK Enterprises, your planter experts. 701-636-2119, planterdoc.com, RDK Enterprises, your precision planting dealer, with, of course, our post-game accolades here in a Precision Player of the Game. That is going to go the way of Austin McCraven. 3 interceptions last week, and this week, 2 more interceptions. He now has 7 interceptions on the season. Precision Player of the Game, Austin McCraven from Ada-Borup-West. RDK Enterprises, Hillsborough, and Drayton. Broadcasting from the Laura Tweeten Thrivent Financial Broadcast booth. Of course, plan for the future, save for college. Laura Tweeten, your Thrivent representative in both Ada and Ulen. We'll take a break, come back, talk about a couple more items, including our super sub of the game from Subway Ada, our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection, final stats, as well as the high-performance plays here tonight as well. It is Ada-Borup-West in their victory here this evening. Cougars get the victory over the Lake Park-Audubon Raiders, the final 22-8. KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Kenley Walling, the Activities Director at Ada-Borup-West School. These activities wouldn't be possible without the Booster Club members and businesses who made contributions of money and time to Ada-Borup-West School. The Booster Club supports band, FFA, FCCLA, elementary football, the school library, and much more. Thanks to the Booster Club and their members for their support, and roll Cougs.
The Ada-Borup-West School is committed to excellence. The Ada-Borup-West School continually looks to offer expanded educational opportunities and experiences to teach and prepare students of various ages for career opportunities. You can learn more of these educational opportunities for your children when you contact the Ada-Borup-West School at 218-784-5300 or visit the school website, ada.k12.mn.us. You're invited and encouraged to be involved at Ada-Borup-West Schools for education, fine arts, and athletics.
22-8, Ada-Borup-West over Lake Park-Audubon on the post-game report from Home Crown Realty, homecrownrealty.com, licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota. Performance Ag west of Borup with a high-performance play of the game. I'm going to go play, not necessarily player in this one. I said it during a broadcast, and I'll reiterate it. You want high performance on your farm. Visit with the guys at Performance Ag, dry and liquid fertilizer, seed for your farm as well. Performance Ag west of Borup. High-performance play was the Charlie Shaw forced fumble on the Anton Wickenheiser 34-yard pass play that was going to put the Raiders in inside the 20-yard line, inside the 30-yard line of the Cougars. And, Spencer, that happens. If that goes and Shaw does not make that play, 22-8 is not going to be the final score. I'll stand by that.
Agreed. And, I think just like a few plays prior to that, we were talking about the momentum shift, how it's shifting back to the Raiders, and then they get that huge play, and wind out of the sails on that one.
It was a backbreaker, that's for sure.
It would have been Charlie's forced fumble was a big game changer.
It was big time, and that was a high-performance play from Performance Ag west of Borup. Subway Ada, super sub of the game. Subway Ada, eat fresh. Before and after game, stop by Subway Ada. And Sugar Beet's opening up on the 1st. It looks like it's going to be a little bit later than that, but if they're open before the 8th of October, if the beats are running before the 8th of October, Subway Ada will be open 24 hours on those days. So, as Mark Podolchek says, if the lights are on, you swing in. Subway Ada tries to do that, and here we go. Get ready for beats starting up here within the next few days, weather permitting. Subway Ada, though, eat fresh. They'd love to see you. 6-inch sandwich from Subway and Ada. And I was trying to think of guys who came in off the bench and provided, more than just a spark. And it was the main crew played hard. Honest to gosh, what I want to do is I want to give the super sub of the game defensively to Charles Shaw. He did not start tonight on the defensive side. He's a rotational guy, and then he did not play a ton in the first half, played a lot in the second half, and made that big play. I want to give Charles he's a starter on one side, but defensively he provided a spark that was a big play by a substitute player on that side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean,
got to do it.
Technicality. He's a sub.
He's a sub in that side. And that's when
and he played really well.
It's a different sport. Football can do that, right? You can be a starter on one side and a sub on the other.
Absolutely.
That's the way it goes.
It's fair.
Super sub, Subway Ada, Charlie Shaw. Going to get that. Post-game connection, Halstead Telephone Company. They are how to connect. And, of course, HalsteadTel.com. Halstead Telephone Company with our post-game connection. The connection tonight came again with the turnovers. Raiders 4 turnovers. Cougars had 2. And the turnover battle won. Cougars have not lost a game where they've committed less turnovers. If they've won the turnover battle, they've won the game.
Yeah.
And
4-0. When winning the turnover battle.
That's how that works. And they moved to a 4-1 on the season. Raiders dropped to 2-3 with the loss as we get through week 5 of the high school football season. Halstead Telephone Company, they are how to connect. I think that we can call it good here in our Home Crown Realty postgame report. Final stats are brought to you by Christian Motors and the Christian Cars Online website. The full family of Christian vehicles at ChristianCarsOnline.com. You want a used vehicle? You need to find one that's priced right in this used marketplace? ChristianCarsOnline.com. They'll find one for you. For Lake Park-Audubon, these stats are unofficial. They're to my numbers. Luka Beski, 8 of 15 passing, 105 yards and 2 interceptions. Rushing the football, Drew Harris, 16 carries, 22 yards and a touchdown. Cale Thompson, 2 carries for 1 yard. Gabe Harris, 4 carries, no yards official. Luka Beski had 5 carries for 1 yard. Anton Wickenheiser, 6 catches, 83 yards. Drew Harris, 2 catches, 18. And it was Cale Thompson, 1 catch for 6 yards. 105 passing, 24 rushing for 129 total yards of offense for Lake Park-Audubon. 5 first downs. 6 penalties, 53 yards, 4 turnovers. 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. Raiders 2-3. They're at Polk County West next week. The game, I believe, is to be in East Grand Forks. Pretty positive about that. Game will be on yourliveevent.com. Next Friday night should be a battle next week. Ada-Borup-West moves to 4-1, the number 10 ranked team in Class A football this week on the poll. And Austin McCraven through the air was 8 of 22, 135 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. It was Cameron Spaeth, 1 pass, 10 yards, a touchdown. Wyatt Larson carried it 20 times for 82 yards. Austin McCraven, 16 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown. Cam Spaeth had 2 carries for 12 yards. Cam Spaeth, 4 catches, 83 yards. Lance Kritzberger, 2 for 16. Mason Larson, 2 for 36, plus a score. And Austin McCraven, 1 catch, 10 yards, and a touchdown. Cougars, 145 through the air, 214 on the ground for 359 total yards of offense. First time this season, can't say that. First or second time this season that they've had more running yards than passing yards in a football game. Here's the kicker. Cougars penalized 7 times for 95 yards. 5 of those penalties were personal foul penalties. Cougars turned it over twice. 2 interceptions for Austin McCraven, and I'll finally answer the question. I'll finally answer it for you. Austin McCraven has 5 interceptions in the last 2 games, 7 on the season. That's number 1 in the district, Spencer. Cougars did get 17 first downs in the football game. They improved to, as mentioned, 4-1. They're at Monaga next week. And Highway 34 is open all the way now. It's so you can make that ride. It was a hard summer for me. I learned some nice back roads in Becker County, in that greater Frazee area. It's pretty. Watch out for deer. I'm just going to say that this next week. Okay, folks, if you're making the trek to Monaga, we will have the game on KRJB Radio, 106.5 FM, next Friday in Monaga. Spencer, thanks for joining me, man. A lot of fun. I enjoyed this one, a homecoming victory, and we had we worked 2 games back-to-back weeks that were dandy ball games to be a part of.
Yeah, it's a lot of teams in this area, very evenly matched, hard-hitting, physical, fun to cover, and I mean we have fun. The kids are having fun.
Yep.
It's good football.
What more can you ask for? Section 8, there's one unbeaten team left. That's Mahnomen-Waban. They had a 30-8 victory over Red Lake County today. Homecoming for Mahnomen-Waban Thunderbirds this week, too. So Red Lake County Ada-Borup-West will play in 2 weeks in Red Lake Falls at Les Drexel Field. He's in Hall of Fames at both schools, which will make that special. And that night will be likely, if everything were to, if you're looking ahead, that could be the spot for the number 2 spot in the section, if everything was to hold steady. But we know one thing: it's every week different in the week-to-week basis of high school sports. What's cross country got coming up, Spence?
Tomorrow morning, the border battle in Grand Forks.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
And we will have Coach's Corner for you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on KRJB Radio, 106.5 FM. Kaylin's got some more stuff back in the studios. Kaylin, thank you very much for the engineering work. As always, Brielle Engelstead, thank you for the work up in the booth. Spencer, appreciate you. Maybe we'll do this once more.
Thank you. I hope so.
My name is Kevin Kochman. Thanking you for joining us. Ada-Borup-West 22-8 over Lake Park-Audubon. High school football on KRJB Radio and YourLiveEvent.com. Have a great night, everybody.